core story. The pass or fail condition is based on the outline, not based on how good the story is. But, I mean, sometimes their stories are better than mine. But just in a structured sense. I'm more of an abstract, poetic writer. Yes. High as fuck. All dwarfs may be bastards, yet not all bastards need be dwarfs. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out, guys. We had a good day today. We got the story done, and we played some Schedule 1. It was a fun time. But, as always, all good things must come to an end. So, remember, if you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you! Even, inner character turmoil things, it's the end battle, and those two characters that have always fought the entire time are, shaking hands saying, I'm glad to be fighting by your side at the end, even if we don't agree on shit. You know what I mean? I would rather sacrifice everyone so we can all be together in the end, even if we lose. And that's kind of Gaia's decision, even going against Husai. And I think the answer to that is that Anima was letting her have a hold of him to, play with her and play with the Viceroy as, a twisted, yeah, sure, you can hold on to the strings for a second. Consciousness to control matter and influence, creation, your thoughts create worlds by thinking about them. The world being ready for its ideas doesn't diminish the value of its ideas. So then he says, yeah, okay, remove that. Take that out of the equation. It's I'll rate it higher because, yeah, it doesn't actually matter if the world is ready for it. The world wasn't ready for a ton of things that actually were true. We were, unfortunately, my side project fell through. The guy doesn't want to do it anymore, so we were kind of doing a discussion about that and how I feel about it. Guilt would be the means by which that society held itself together and prevented people from doing things. If you did something that you felt guilty for that would, internally hurt you, it'd probably be something you wouldn't do, right? Whereas with a civilized society, generally, if you do something with guilt in a civilized society, there are measures to be taken within that society to deal with it. I'm short, not blind. Thanks for sticking around and hanging out, guys. We had some fun today. Did some, reacts, as well as, sadly, rip to the side project, but that's how it goes sometimes. And, yeah, if you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you! They basically switch sides multiple times throughout the story. The citizens are on the side of the adventurers, and then they're on the side of the government, and then they're on, they're against the adventurers, and then they're against the government, and then, Husai's against the dragons, and then they're with the dragons against the Viceroy. He's with the Viceroy, then the Viceroy turns and he's against the Viceroy. He's with the Monarch, and then the Monarch turns and he has to fight the Monarch. And then at the end, Gaia finally turns to, at least in his mind, not giving him the shot, but that's because she understands the full scope of losing his consciousness. It's all of the side characters, and it's Husai, the Warriors of Light, and everyone are they're prepping the diamond weapon for the ultimate plan, and it's distract the Monarch long enough with the main forces so we can fire the gravitic weapon to get through his shield. And it's the gravitic weapon takes out his shield, they can get through his shield, and then it's Husai and everyone else inside of his shield. Well, everyone is outside with the Viceroy. We're getting serious up in here, okay?
Burp fart up or down, burp fart pee poo burp fart shit.
True, Sean. Let's get serious! Michita sono heiwa kare no shori no omomi demya kute iru yodata. Don't ask where the lameness came from, because I have no clue. You are chill, then fuck you, bitch.
Valium why you saw by 200 times, do you just need it?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back. How's it going? Callie, that's great. Yeah, that was the best one. Guys, Guys, we're gonna be super fucking serious here, okay? We have a really important topic to talk about. So let's get right into it.
Poopy fart burp piss ass fuck her in the pussy.
I use Grok to edit. Be the music, it's actually useful. It is useful, Callie. I don't know why people say it's not. I've been using it since the beginning to help with developmental editing and keeping everything in track, giving ideas and stuff like that. It was down a little bit today. I was taking notes, or I was like redoing the notes, right? And Grok went down like halfway through it and just wouldn't give me any responses. No, that's not what I want this. But we managed to come up with Hidden Worlds. It's actually freaking amazing at editing. It's because it remembers everything, Callie. ChatGPT is better at responses at the beginning, in short chunks. But ChatGPT falls off, whereas Grok stays the same throughout, but the length doesn't really matter, and it always remembers everything, so it places continuity restrictions on itself. But this is Hidden Magical Worlds. Notes on Hidden Magical Worlds, and how the Hidden Magical Worlds in my book work. But I got about 3 of these done, and it fucking crashed out on me. Fictional histories. So, like, this one I thought was really relevant to yesterday, right? How do you build a believable fictional history and a world that seems real, right? So this is the final form of the notes that we take when we do these reacts. So what's your guys' opinion on that? Ahmed, all G1998, yo, bro, how's it going? Welcome. Do you want to see what ideas I got? Yes, Callie, I want to see your ideas. Of course I want to see your ideas. There's nothing better than seeing your ideas. I did not mean to click that, whatever I clicked. Don't need that. True GPB, indeed, good sir. Welcome. How are you? Good sir. I didn't take any of Grok's ideas. I just made edits based on where it said it saw issues. Yeah, Callie, that's why, like, when we were going through it with chiral clones, when we were redoing and reformatting everything, when we went back through Grok, I was trying to see the direction that it thought I was going. Hi, Pro, are you fine? Yes. It's very true, good sir. Story writing assistance. I think it's this one. This was for chiral clones. Are you a writer? Are you a reader, Ahmed? Do you enjoy creativity and stories and smut and what? I mean, what? In fantasy and, you know, all that good stuff. But definitely some smut here and there. So yeah, it gives me ideas, and then it's like, oh, where should I go from here? And then it comes up with its own ideas. Then I look at the ideas, and I go, well, are these ideas in any way useful? And out of, like, 30 ideas, it might give me one. A direction to look at, which is, like, more than I get from talking to a real fucking person, because a real fucking person has no idea unless they're a writer or have a great imagination like you guys seem to be. But the average person I talk to in real life is like, I don't know. Wow. And I'm like, that's unhelpful, bro! You lost me at number 3, dude. I don't know. I'm like, alright, okay. But yeah, so. Don't speak English good, Pro, sorry. That's okay, Ahmed. That's all good. You know, with the streaming time and everything, there's a lot of people in here that English isn't their first language. So absolutely no problem with that, bro. How do you think I felt in high school? There was one person. That's why I was in film, man. Cause you had some creative fucking minds. Just not in the directions we wanted to go, let's just say that. But yeah. So, Callie, now I'm putting you directly on the spot. You have to answer a yes or a no here. Who was like me, except I was much better than him at everything, but he got all the attention. Ah, Callie, the struggle is real. When you look at him and go, I'm way better than that, why does he get the attention? And then it's probably like, oh, that might be why. Fuck. It's my personality. Shit. Okay, let's go burn down his shed. He had more charisma, I was shy. Charisma's everything, Callie. You should know that. You're writing the charisma story. Presentation and charisma are like the most important thing. Almost nothing else matters. You can be absolutely wrong. Pro, I live in Africa. Oh, that's cool, bro. Where do you live in Africa? I hear there's some harsh times up and down there, man. I mean, the US and Canada complain about their own shit, but man, I am glad every fucking day I was born in a first world country. I am so fucking lucky, and I never want to overlook that privilege, because so many people overlook the privilege of birth in a first world country. Dude, you got like 0.10, like 10,000th percentile, like a 0.001, maybe a 0.0001% chance of spawning in that fucking spot. And not only did you spawn in that spot, you spawned in like one of the best spots of that spot. Like, shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. That's how I feel about a lot of Algeria. Nice. That's how I feel about a lot of first world views towards stuff. Or the whole idea of like, oh, it's not perfect, so we can't do it. It's like, shut the fuck up. Nothing's perfect. So we just get rid of all laws and all things, and people, again, people don't have to live with the consequences, so it's like, fuck, man. Brutality. But yeah. So, if, Callie, do you want me to read your other book? I'm putting you on the spot here. You posted it? Oh, that one. It makes me cringe, but you're gonna have to get over that, Callie. I'm trying to help you get over that. I know it's the first book, and the first book is super cringe, but got you tabbed, Apple Game. I hope you have an awesome stream today. Cubano, thank you so much, good sir. How's it going? What is your flag? Damn, man, that's a great emote. Maple flag. Hey guys, look, it's the maple flag. Guys, what nationality is the maple flag? I still get a kick out of Feet Master being a game. Sean, what do you even do that? Do you like massage feet? Do you fuck feet? Like what's the premise of the game? Do you just like do you like masturbate on feet? I have fucking no idea, bro, but it sounds epic. That's my flag. No! Oh shit, did I close that? Oh no, that's not what I want. It's this one. Okay, we can close that. There we go. Okay. So here is the beginning of Callie's now story. And again, if no one else has anything, I'm assuming the second. I haven't looked since it's a new game and not an updated one, plus feet aren't my thing. I mean, fair enough, Sean, fair enough. From the fucking Newgrounds days. Buildings for the rich were built to fall. Our town had the charm of star-pierced clouds and living houses. Structures carried each of us like snowflakes in the hand, but never allowed us to melt away. We had the privilege of everlasting life. Humans die faster who do not treasure the life they live. And should you have all the time you need, what would there be? What would there be to treasure? That is why we let our homes crumble. Their mortality allows our own timelessness. And that timelessness enhances the magic of our resonance. This perception that we never perish is manifested in the form of legacy, in the creation of what will truly immortalize us. Music, writing, sculpture, painting, dance. These forms of art increase the potency of our spells, even for those who might never die, because even while the heart is rotten, that tethers the soul to the body, the emotions that create art are pure. If any sorcerer were to create for a reason other than for the sake of creation, their resonance will commence with a destructive onslaught against their mind and heart and soul. What are we doing now? We are reading one of the viewers, Callie's, new story premise. And I'm guessing this is the intro. And their bodies will reflect the art they have so wrongly brought into this world. We carried canes assigned a sigil based on our house. Bellowjaw had a sigil of cured graphite, a substance that fell apart, gray, and healed itself into a transparent white. A mark chiseled into it resembled the open jaws of a phantom. With the swipe of a finger, the magic injected into the flesh of words. You are my world. Indeed, those assigned to the House of Bellowjaw have their own worlds taken from them. It is only customary that those who take receive. The name Bellowjaw is aptly chosen, and the world that chose of Bellowjaw, that those of Bellowjaw have thrust before them once they have endured their life of enslavement. Roaming the dangerous realm of the Fae is screaming banshees and tortured farshies. A woman with the sigil of Bellowjaw came to Osric's gate. The dark of her sigil was almost gone, letting Osric know whoever owned this cave could be elderly. She took steps over her own leg towards him, almost falling. Don't let me know you've given up already. The day has just started, my dear, said Osric to the woman in pure black. Caramel skin, long red hair, and a braid that reached her chest. A blazer that caped hood. Nice, Callie, I love it. That intro sets the scene so fucking well for it. I love it. It's like you can tell immediately it's a fucked up world in some sort of fucked up situation. There's the celestial ending of it. Your phone's at 1%. Damn, Med, that sucks, bro. Go charge it. Keep watching. You didn't read this version of the beginning. No, I didn't. And it sets it up perfectly. I love it because it doesn't have so much. Like the first thing we see before is Stella holding her arm, right? And Gawain walking up to her in the garden. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it starts. Well, guys, if there's nothing else, Callie, if you don't want me to read the book, then we're not going to read it right now. But if you ever want me to, just let me know. I have it. Did you come up with a new idea? Or are you referring to the book? Posted. Original Into a Nightmare manuscript. Coronation. Alright. I'm with you, Callie. Let's do this. It sounds amazing, though. Like, just the premise itself sounds amazing. What do you think there, Ahmed? Is it a very much good time, buddy guy? Are you going for the good one? Is that how we do it? It is a good time for you? Do you think that this is the right stream for you, or is it way too much complicated? Because I understand how you could understand that, because it is a very much heavy word and very much fast thinking, very much go go go. But maybe you can learn more English from it. I don't know, good sir. Maybe we can figure it out together. Okay? Wouldn't that be wonderful? It is very much so. Alright, we're gonna have a talk before we do this, and then we'll go straight into it, Callie. I really appreciate you doing this. Because this one just sounded, oh my god, it big. Congratulations, level 1, good sir. You know what's big. Guys, you know what's big. Is this. Wait, where is it? No, it's not there. It's in general chat. I don't know why you put it in general chat and not in the pics. It's gonna disappear in the general chat. It's perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect. Except there needs to be another dick in my other hand, you know? It needs to be like double fisting. But I'm kind of like, no, I'm not allowed to use my hands. No hands, guys. I can do this one no hands. All right.
Guys, I think I am drunk. I looked at that photo and was like, do you have boob?
I do indeed have fake boob, Callie. Like all girl, big boob, fake boob. All girl, big boob, fake boob. All know big girl, fake boob, big boob, fake boob, right? We all know. It is. Alright. Chapter 1, Coronation. It was a dream to sleep in something soft. Ours was the country of Tyronin. It was a country known for its animal legends, living mazes, and a religion meant for the ascended, practiced by the desperate. You remind me of Bubba J when he gets confused. I have no idea who Bubba J is, Sean. I'm sorry, I'm not hip. Deals are often made with gods by mortals who cannot keep their word. While these mortals are punished, there are select goten who are given second chances for their direct relationships with gods. The drunk dummy for Jeff Dunham. I have no idea. Stupid keyboard. Fuck! Fuck the keyboard. Take that keyboard. Fuck it! Bubba J gives me nightmares. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I've only seen the old man, right? Oh, I know who Jeff Dunham is. I've just never seen that puppet. I forgot about it. It's been so long since I saw this, but I gotta pull this out. Fuck. what's it called? Yeah, Walter. Walter, that's the one. He's my favorite. He's the only one I've really seen. I think this might be it.
Shut the hell up!
Yeah, this is definitely it.
Walter, you happy to be here? Oh, overjoyed! Last week I was lying on a beach in Maui and I couldn't decide, gee, should I stay in Hawaii or go to frickin' Santa Ana? My God, I can die happy now. Fine city, I don't give a damn. What's wrong with you? I don't know.
Ever heard of Randy Feltface?
Outside. My skin's all dry and itchy.
Maybe this isn't it.
Anything else wrong? I don't know. My wife and I couldn't find any place to park any. All right, in the basket.
Don't think it's this one. It's the. I don't know if I can find it. Literary agent. Yes, book buyer. Today we are doing. I know it's a complete clickbait title. It's 100% a clickbait title. And if I caught you with it, I'm sorry, book. And Randy Feltface. I have no idea, Tyler. Who is Randy Feltface? Dang, clickbait. I am kind of dizzy. Damn, I love Randy. I don't know, I'm just, not in there with it. I was like, this cheapskate got an agent? No, I'm a fucking liar. I just figured that'd be the best clickbait title I could come up with, and I was like, I don't give a fuck, no one's gonna see it anyways. Fuck you, Scotty. I'm sorry, Book, I didn't know it would be you that would catch it.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you're a saltine American. So, Papa J, you know we're right here in Hollywood. Oh, yeah, sure. What do you think of L.A.? Oh, I don't like it. You don't like L.A.?
Pop it anyways, but now I'm mad.
I like L.A. and I love beer. That's good. But I gotta do something about my gut. Are you gonna start working out? No, I'm gonna get a bigger shirt. Somebody told me that to stay in shape, I should get a trainer.
Jeff Dunham.
That's a good idea. I did it. You did. Yeah. How's that going? Pretty good. So far, I can sit and shake and roll over. And then I get a cookie. So what else do you know?
Why not?
The bad traffic here reminds me of marriage. How's that? You're stuck in it because there was an accident.
Dreamy Bloody, help me, boys. How do I find out if someone is sexist?
That one, that's a good one.
You're so ADHD, dude.
Here's another one Walter told me. You want to hear this?
True, book
Getting
buyer.
married is like your iTunes agreement. How's that?
Dreamy
I have
Bloody.
No idea what you're saying yes to, but
I
you
just
agree
assume they're
just shut the hell up.
sexist.
So you've been to Disneyland? Oh,
To men or
I've been to
women?
Disneyland. Did you? Yeah.
Woman. The one woman, because we, book buyer, we know there's only one woman.
It turns out she's your cousin, and you go, ooh, small world. Been there, done that. Hey, did you know they now sell beer at Disneyland? I did know that. How old do you have to be to drink beer at Disneyland? Oh, no, everything goes by height. So you got drunk at Disneyland? No, I stayed drunk at Disneyland. Papa J, that's not good. I know, it was bad. At the arcade, I thought we were really hunting and I shot Donald Duck. He had a big one in the suit. Now he walks a little goofy.
Calm down, now things get complicated. The person said they have many ideas.
Oh, did you get it? No, I went duh.
The fuck? Obviously I've missed too many streams. Yeah, book buyer, things got out of hand while you've been gone.
So, Bubba J, when we're in Southern California, are you ever worried about earthquakes? No.
This is 9 minutes long. Okay, that's a little long. It's a little long. Some of that stuff just keeps going on and then builds up, right? So, but yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from with that, Sean. I dare you to take off. Well, you can just do glasses. You just go to the shop, Ahmed. Go to the shop, and then you can go and you can buy glasses. So you can go shop, buy glasses. Nope, apparently that didn't work. Is it about the they them pronoun? Are you a girl or a boy? Book buyer is a girl. I'm a girl. If it's like finding out if a man is sexist against women, you ask them if they believe in women's suffrage and if they say they don't want women to suffer, you won't really know if they're sexist, but you'll know how educated they are. Oh my fucking god, that's amazing, Callie. I fucking love that. That is fucking great. I was trying to find his Walmart clip. It's about how you can buy shotguns, ammunition, chocolates, duct tape, and condoms all in one place or something. I recall the exists. That's why you didn't get the reverse joke, and obviously my messed up sense of humor. I prank you. Yeah, I was pretty sure this was leading into a joke from Dreamy Bloody. He's a young guy. He's a young guy. No, it's not because I'm a girl. It's because I'm on the autism spectrum. There you go. See, that's the difference between being young. Yeah, aren't you like 25, Dreamy Bloody? Like 25 or 27? That's what I thought. I'm on the schizophrenic spectrum. I'm honestly not surprised. I just can't speak free in English. Ain't meaning I'm a children. No, I mean, like, I'm 34, right? So I'm thinking like between like 24 and like 28. Not like a kid like Muffin who's like 15. I mean, you're just like a young guy. Like, you're younger. Right? Like, I don't know if you were born in 2000 or not, but... And it wasn't an insult, Dreamy Bloody. My spirit is young. Okay. Most of us are 30 plus. A 25 sounds young to us. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting up there, man. Fucking... Oh my god. It's a scary thing. I didn't even realize we're in the middle of ads. Not Muffin young, but young. I like magic swords. Ain't judge me. Hey, man, I love it. I love magic swords. I still haven't watched Reincarnated as a Sword, though. Because apparently it wasn't that great. I heard pretty bad things about it. Then I'm the citizen senior here at 46. Yeah, I know, book buyer. I realized that we had entered into an ad.
Why wasn't the book SURPRIISEDXDIM totally normal, right guys? I didn't used to hear voices ORC floating heads everywhere. 3.
I like Reincarnated Sword, though the written text is more developed. Ah, I see, Sean. Okay. It's also things I like to wait till like 2 or 3 seasons of it are out, or it's been cancelled or ended, so I know like the range I can binge, and then I just binge watch it. Okay, but anyways, guys, the reason we were talking about Jeff Dunham, Dunham was comparing, I believe Sean was comparing me to that retarded dummy. Series of books is complete, I believe. Okay. You are as normal as a 3-headed dog, lol, but we love you as you are. true, Callie. Guys, I need to know about what about me is schizophrenic. Do you see things that other people claim aren't there, Callie? See, I don't think of it as schizophrenic, book buyer. That's all we can tell by on the internet. Sadly, if you're asking, then nothing is because crazy people can't ever admit they are crazy. Yeah. But hey, everyone's crazy. Everyone has to accept everyone's crazy. I mean, some people can, most people can't. In general, people can't. A person can. It's a spectrum. Can you tell me that? I'll feel comfortable and maybe cry. Dreamy bloody. We like you for who you are. It's hard to be me, dude. That's okay. I think I'm cultivating a community of people where they feel it's hard to be themselves. So this is the perfect place to be yourself, because there's no judgment here. And what I mean when I say there's no judgment here, I mean judgment doesn't matter here.
Yeah, that's right, this piece of shit fucktard streamer with his racism accent and fucking trans bullshit, fuck him, he's a nuclear.
Feel strange in my stomach, I loved it. Guys, what's up? What's up, Callie? What's up? See, other people can say they're crazy, and they can admit having been diagnosed as crazy, but if you try to get out of the military service for being crazy, then you're obviously not crazy at all. That's a nice contradiction there, Sean. Guys, the names. Do you want to know what the names mean? Yes, I want to know what the names mean. You have green eyes, we can breed a being and join our cultures. I have green eyes, Dreamy Bloody. I'll take you up on that offer. 100% right here, bro. Thank God I have blue eyes. I ain't breeding with no one. Sketch 21, and he's crazy can be excused if they ask. But if they ask, they're not crazy. Exactly, because you're not crazy to try and get out of being going into the military. And how will our son be born? Through your ass? No, it'll be done through the implanted womb. And it has to be done through C-section. We don't have the technology for an actual vagina hole yet. But you know, a lot of people, I mean, you just need a tube that goes from the stomach to the womb. Right? That's literally really all you need. Like, we have the technology, we could do this. But it all has to be implant and, like, surgical. Are you having a food baby? I really laughed at that. Could you imagine? Honestly, people would have better luck with a baby. Have a baby with a cow than me. Oh my god. Okay. Tyrannin means tire none. Warinjay means worn edge. And Goten are descendants of a nightmare god half goat who fell in love with this mortal woman and now they can control clothing. Nice, Callie. That's epic. AI, yes. Transplanted vaginal tissue to create the world's first fuda. Either that or implanted penile tissue so the hips are correct. Yeah, it would be easier if you move for a minute. Come like me. I'm not quite sure my mind is being corrupted. Men can have babies, they have to suffer the red purge as well. Yeah, I'm not down for that, book buyer, sorry. If you move for a minute, you are trans. All or nothing, baby. True. But I'm not trans. I'm just a femboy. I'm just a femboy. Guten Tag! Hey Levi, how's it going? It was on that video at 8:15. Is just after he messed up the Walmart joke. You ain't a femboy. Oh, hell yeah, I'm a femboy. Your body experiences what other people experience, so when I see someone with Tourette's, it activates my tics that I somehow developed. Feel the embarrassment of blood on your butt in public. I almost read this guy's message, guys. I almost stooped to the level. Like, I opened my mouth to read it, and I read the first 3 words, and I was like, wait, what? Do you like Big Daddy's body? Yes, Dreamy Bloody. Me too, Vamp Boy. I mean, then what do you call this? Well, I don't even have to pull that up. I can just pull this up. What do you call this, then? I've never heard of... You can't really tell with the eyebrows, but... a guest on, because my friend's coming out from BC for... 100% a femboy, bro. Sometimes I think I'm in a mental hospital when I hear chatter talks. Well, you should feel that way, Book. That's a compliment me. It like you. I call this you. It's so random. I love it. It's just the flow itself isn't a big deal. Is the cramps that come with it. No one is talking to each other, just to themselves. Well, that's because that's the whole point, book buyers. Everyone's saying their own conversations, and I'm having my own conversation with every single person at the same time. It's really fun and weird. I just, guys, I have dreams and imaginings of, like, fucking, like, 25 people in here, and the amount of shit that's going on is just me talking to the chat, and there's actually no writing and no nothing actually happening on the stream. It's just me talking to people. I've been hospitalized 15 times for mental issues. Hospitalized. Why do you think the Republicans started a witch hunt? What kind of witch hunt, Dreamy Bloody? Repressed man issues. Help! Callie, I'm sorry, but you're just too cute, bro. Okay, let's get back. Let's get back. Poor soul. The root of all issues is repressed man issues. No, book buyer. The root of all issues are Karens. And those Karens create incels. And those incels create more Karens. And it's just an endless cycle of incels and Karens. And that brings us back to the first world problem. People just have so much privilege in the first world, they don't realize what privilege actually fucking is. And they think Donald Trump signing fucking executive orders is the same as, like, Saddam Hussein. Did that not post? The last thing you said was help, Callie. It said hospitalized. It said help. No man issues. Viruses are definitely social programs. True. No man issues. Well, man issues cause Karens, so, you know. The genie is listening right now. I wish I was a woman. No, why would you do that? Ah, fuck! Damn it, Callie. Now I can't use my right thumb. Why would you wish something around me? You knew this was a possibility. Fuck! Thank God I'm left-handed. I can still write. How do you write without your fucking thumb? Was a crow in my past life? Granted, you were a woman in your past life. It goes alternate. You're a man, you're a woman, you're left-handed. What the fuck? Yeah, I know, right, Callie? I have keyboard of phone. Hell yeah, Aquaman, I love it. I use man as a figurative. It's a pent-up repression issue. I was born in a gay lake. Nice, that's epic. It's much more complex. We have several layers and instances of problems. It's my favorite Katya line. I was born in lesbian love. Yes, Callie, yes. So you're the lady of the lake. Nice. I wish be there. No, that is a UTI. Oh my god. Creatures out of demented imagination of a jealous child roamed the lands. Hybrids, they were called, satisfied by the offerings of the starving and pious. Most were safe. It's unknown if these beasts understood sacrifice, appreciation, or suffering. But every living creature understood hunger. This is the exchange between human and monster in this country. One trusts the other to allow in the sating of hunger. They wanted food, while most of us wanted power. We were a poor family that lived in Eshtinshin, small village near the weather-beaten capital of Wernage. Lesbians are born from dykes. What is UTI? Medical room of surgery? Urinary tract infection. Every peed and felt burning sensation or dribble when you only needed to pee a bit. Oh, that's never fun. We lived near the riverside. This is boring compared to butterflies. I mean, not every book has to be super amazingly interesting, Callie. But you've already made it sound interesting. Butterflies scare me. I hate bugs. Then you might have been glad that you missed all of Callie's book buyer, because his book is all about bugs, insects, animals, hybrid humans. Through the power of some sort of alien thing. Who are you? My guardian angel. I'll be your guardian angel, bloody. I can read about them. If they are alive, I will scream. We lived near a riverside in the usual poor man's house. Birch trees stood in the walls of our home, built from cotton and clay. Paths of stone led to hill after hill where each house stood. Peasant stopped to gather a gatherer who carried supplies to the center of the village. I hate the squish of bugs. Well, we have a lot less bugs than we used to, that's for sure. You know, I used to see them all the time, and now I never see them anywhere. You know, it's been like 5 years since I seen some bugs. You hear about the recent rumors? He said. Gatherer spoke as if he had had a swig of something bitter. So reactive and dismissive of what he had just heard. It's because you are a hermit? I mean, that's true, book. His words were you'd think a hermit that stayed in the same place would eventually come past a bug, though, right? You live in Walmart in your room. But there's a transitioning period since I don't drive. I have to walk. I wish I could just walk out my door and instantly step into Walmart. That would be badass. But then I'd probably be living in the basement of Walmart. Gatherer spoke as if he had a swig of something. Oh, we already read that. Hold on. These words were deep in his throat, guttural. I don't deal in rumors, and I'm too busy with my shipments. Go bother someone with time on their hands, said the Gatherer. It was the Gatherer's job to obtain supplies and information from people. Their cult leader would be unhappy with the unsubstantiated rumor. Benda? I don't know what that is, book buyer. Just to let you know, I'm a Brazilian Chinese spy. Everything you say in this chat will be taxed. Funny that I mentioned Chinese to make our streamer paranoid. What do you mean? I love the Chinese! The Chinese are amazing! Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Everyone loves China! Wink, wink, give me a sponsorship, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Sponsorship, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. China good. If I ever marry someone, it will be an Asian person. I feel the same way, book buyer. Lie, you were judging the Chinese children playing with guns. No, Dreamy Bloody. That's a misconception. I was stating the fact that the government is pushing. It's a government program that the government itself is pushing in order to basically train kids. It's completely different when a bunch of kids go out and play laser tag or paintball or airsoft. But it's the fact that it's a program specifically run by the Chinese government in order to get kids to use guns at a young age. That was what I said was bad about it. I didn't say it was the actual kids like playing army. We all did that when we were kids. It's the fact that the government itself is like encouraging and facilitating it for that reason. It's not to spark creativity in kids. It's not just to let kids do whatever they want. It's to train kids to be soldiers. It's fucked up. But at the end of the day, the kids don't fucking know any better. So it's not actually about the kids. It's about the government. But I see what you're saying, Dreamy Bloody. But we don't talk about that, right? China good! China good! No, I swear, guys, China good! I swear! Please, sponsor me! I mean, modern military shooters like COD and Battlefield definitely receive funding from the US government for propaganda purposes. I 100% believe that, Levi, but we're not talking like that level. We're talking like this is 100%. The only reason, because like, think about this, Levi. You have to think about it from the perspective of China, where like you can't show bones in video games. You can't show like violence and stuff like that. Like the censorship in China is insane. But when it comes to that kind of thing, it's you know, Chinese have only children because of the laws. They are very attracted to their children. They can't even... Wait, what was this? They can't even send their children to war? Yeah, but those are like the main ones. You're talking about like the lower end. Book, I'm making coffee. Fake. They stopped doing that like 10 years ago. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Not sure it's good for you. I might edit be the music. Hell yeah, Callie. I believe it. Okay, you need coffee then. I ate a banana. Wait, why not? Caffeine, Callie. Caffeine's not good for you. You should make time for this. There's talk that the gates of ivory have brought us to a grain of truth. Our religion is to be usurped by a rival group. The hybrids are on their side. The gatherer's eyes darted from left to right. He let go of his wheelbarrow, his mouth left open. To hear this from a dream through the gates. He had to believe it. When the translation of the Brazilian song You Dance To works. I woke up on 3 hours ago? You are way too hyper as is, Callie. I don't like fake news, but I can take this into consideration. True, Dreamy Bloody. Pretty sure it's real, but who knows? I used to believe The Onion was real news. Wait, you thought The Onion was real, book buyer? Oh my god. The Onion is fucking amazing. I love The Onion. It's alright now, what the fuck? I'm in shock. I mean, it is the way it is, Dreamy Bloody. The world changes so fast, right? To hear this from a dream through the gates, he had to believe it. Gates of ivory separated each home. It was the aristocrats who contracted their construction to curse us with nightmares from the Oneroy. Oniroy? These are gods who visit the dreams of mortal men to deliver either messages of truth or falsehood. Though I knew every truth and could see beyond the false, I was born with the eyes of a goat, a sacred animal related to our god, Phobator, whose roots dug into the skin of nearly every citizen. The god yielded his power to the truly devout, a trait demonstrated through the hairs which stood on one's skin, near omniscience. Through the eyes of every beheaded goat was my gift. This is how I tell my story. Goat heads lay spread across Tyronin, to allow me to reminisce. Everything in your background looks like handsy to me. I need to read some non-smut books. The Ocklock Plus. I'm not sure about that one, Ahmed. Ocklock Plus. A cocklock? Cockblock? Cocklock? So let's suppose a war happens. Will it be the West against the East? So we're going to fight against the Chinese and the Muslims. Honestly, Dreamy Bloody, if China and Russia are involved in an actual war, I think both China and Russia would use nukes. I don't think any other country would want to use nukes, but Russia and China would be the first ones to use nukes. And I'm leaning heavily especially towards China. And once one person used nukes, everyone used nukes. The problem with North Korea is not the size of China. No, I mean, Levi, if there is an actual war, and this war goes on for like years and years and years, I'm saying the first country that's going to use nukes is going to either be China or Russia. It's not going to be like Saudi Arabia, it's not going to be Israel, it's not going to be the US, it's not going to be Europe, it's not going to be Japan. It's going to either be China or Russia. If anyone uses nukes. Not like, oh, we go to war and they immediately use it. I mean, like, if no one can win the war, eventually China or Russia will start using nukes, and it will be bad. Russia, plausibly, they're desperate. That's another thing, is the desperateness of China versus the recklessness of the desperateness of Russia versus the recklessness of China. I weigh those almost on equal scales. I live in New Zealand, I'm waiting it out. Yeah, I'm Canadian, so, I'd probably... I don't know, what is the Canadian draft age? China has a big issue with food security. They can't afford war. Yeah, they're huge reliance on trade. But that's the thing, is like, we're talking that war has already happened.
Cheeseburger.
right? War's already happened. Like, we're already in World War III. It's like 2035. The war's been going on for like 4 years. And China's desperate. Russia's desperate because they're obviously going to lose to the rest of the world, right? That's what's going to push them into a corner to use nukes. If I die by nuke, I'm haunting everyone. I'll press my big fat butt to everyone's mouths and fart. That's great, Book. I love it. Because yesterday we were talking about, I'll be your morning breath. We were talking about ghosts. And you think no one will attack New Zealand? This will be a rape zone and other things. Yeah, we're talking full-on World War III. Nuke, I learn now. I want cheeseburger as well. Book, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. Didn't you notice that I made a typo? No, I didn't, Ahmed. That it's 8:30 a.m. You said you said o'clock, please. You were talking about the time. You were asking what time it was. Right now, it's 1:31 a.m. for me. My God, I'm kind of high now. I'm hypomania. No one here speaks proper English. Hell no, I don't speak no proper fucking English. No one speaks proper English. English ain't no proper language. We don't go for no proper English language here. Don't worry about it. Typos, I fucking type typos. I'm a writer. I can't even type. I can't spell. I'm a fucking writer. Of course I can't spell. I hate typing, well, when I'm not writing books. Yeah, I just want to be like, get done. Do eat. I'm not sure that China is an enemy of the world. I think in 30 years we'll look at them the same way we look at Pakistan or Egypt. I think the only thing about that, Levi, is for humanitarian reasons. China is our enemy for humanitarian reasons, but not for any other reason. And no one gives a fuck about humanitarian reasons. Gonna make a joke about this, but I forgot what it was. Yo, this really good tingly feeling sucks. I don't know. Callie, are you drinking coffee too fast, bro? Or are you just high off of me? Sucking leads to tingling feelings. That's what I was going to say. Ah, I see. I see, book buyer. Jesus! Start reading! Guys, I need to share this. Okay, Callie, share it. Welcome in, Beezus. If you are back from the ads, I don't know if you're going to still be in ads because you might have been late. You're still blue-balling me about the literary agent. I'm pissed. We'll get to that, book. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. My head. True, Callie. 2 per day nationally for robberies. Actually worse than I thought. So you live in paradise. Enjoy. Which head, Callie? My brain! It feels weird. How will I talk to people with these linguistic mistakes? Because people will still understand you, Ahmed. Humans are really, really good at picking up patterns and recognizing things. So People will just understand. Like, I'm surprised I didn't get the o'clock thing when you were talking about the time. Like, I thought you were saying, like, cock block or something like that, because we were just making jokes, but I wasn't sure. And Beezus, this is Callie's first book, Into the Nightmare. Is that what it's called? Into the Nightmare? Posted the H Poto, I'm a Dingleberry, Wee Wah, Banana Phone. Oh, okay. Perfect, Callie, I believe you. There were still histories I did not know. Goats' heads, already worn, have their records overwritten by the wearer. These days, all I remember are grasses scorched by the sun to be fed again by rain. It's hard to believe I'm 30. See, that is nonsense, but kinda got it. No? Hard to believe. Wee, 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 hey, oh, I'm so high. Nice, Callie. What did you drink? What'd you put in your coffee, bro? There was the constant threat that lightning would strike our homes. Second only to the floods abound in the valleys around the hills. The barrage of thunderstorms made commerce more difficult. It was already hard to deliver food and goods up these slippery hills. Now we had to deal with beasts and monsters. Be surprised if most of us weren't 30. True, Beezus. We are a writing community, so you would expect it to be a community of slightly older people. Preferred the handies. Now I see half-naked ladies on your background. Yeah, we changed some shit up, Book Buyer. We've been experimenting with it. What do you think? Like, I'm still looking for feedback of, like, what kind of background should we stick
bipolar
with.
disorder.
So I just kind of went with everything. We got the sexy bitches. The bipolar disorder. BPD? BPD, bro? You got BPD? After this third try, Reginald, my adoptive father, managed to carry the provisions we needed for the month up our hill. His clothes were tattered and muddy. The smell of petriarch followed him. Petrichor? I don't know what that is. I think I need more sleep. I'm experiencing fireworks. You're obviously manic right now. Isn't Callie always? I think from the way that he thinks. We're not anything too crazy. Too crazy, Callie. Smell of petrichor followed him as he entered. I had some trouble with our monsters when I got off the boat. There should at least be roofs following the path along Estishin. All we have are gates that mock us with their dark promise. He whined as he spoke. His hands formed quotations as a mocking gesture to his last few words. He heaved and groaned as he held onto his back. Boy, what are you useful for if not for your strength? I know you're capable of more than meditation. In sign language, you said I can't let anyone know. Well, at least let them know you're good for something. But yes, child, no one can know. He stretched out his body, his right arm in the air as his left pulling it forward towards him. Stay inside until midnight, when no one can see the edges of your pupils. Use that time to take care of our pests. That way, people will know you're pulling your weight. Clouds formed above us. A spark of lightning shot itself at Reginald's feet. Reginald cursed at the skies. These monsters of yours should respect your father, even if we aren't blood-related, he spat. The monsters surveyed the townsfolk from above and stole the food families had for sacrifice. Well, most despised them. My nose is runny. I fucking hate that shit book. Runny nose is like the worst thing. The monsters surveyed the townsfolk from above and stole the food families had for sacrifice. While most despised them, it's said villagers often see the monsters catching the bolts sent flying from the black skies. Those who thanked the winged beasts they hadn't lost their homes yet and offered them food atop the hill they tunneled themselves out of. After this, the thievery ceased, and some villagers prayed for them to show themselves so they could thank them properly. Villager prayed atop their hill. Great Phobator, personification of nightmares. Nice! Let our twin beasts know we hold nothing against them. That's a pretty good amount of gay there, book. Our losses have halved after their arrival. The longer I'm here, the more gay I am. True, book. It like seeps into the stream. Nice, Beezus. You're getting up there too, man. I believe in you. You can do this. I'm gonna try to control myself a bit, but the hypomania, my brain is a festival. Go write, Callie. Isn't that the perfect time to write? Just throw words onto page and then come back to them later. Our losses have halved after their arrival, and we at least owe them a home of their own. We invite them in with open arms. A group stood behind her, on their knees. The monsters did not respond. Offerings of food and drink were enough for them. I often heard rumors that I'm related to these benevolent beasts, but that didn't stop the spiteful looks at night. Just don't get any STIs or shop while manic. You don't need bankruptcy. True, book buyer. When I had to bow in feigned respect to hide my eyes, my horn stubs covered by the wavy afro weren't a worry for me. Still, I stole a look, curious about how they felt. My eyes revealed their disdain. The moon sailed through the night sky. Morning came again. Reginald curled up next to his home in the shade, sheltered from the summer heat. A couple walked up to him and offered him food, usual plain bread. It was all they could scavenge from this dry land. Reginald, held in high regard as a fisherman, held him in the sympathy of the villagers as the man who suffered to help them survive. Reginald, we're sorry about the nightmares. Are you sure the kid is worth keeping around? He took a bite out of his bread. They chose us for this. No need to be sorry. Worry about our pests. It's your turn to tend to them. Some people knew about me, but kept quiet and to respect Reginald's wishes. The leopard snail, small but fierce, had a hassle to kill, made our village their territory. They had long, flat tails they used to grab hold of imported goods. They used the large shells they'd live in to hide their sustenance. Often, the foolish villager would pluck food from these shells to reclaim their food. Most succeeded, though I assume this is because the leopard snails didn't expect any thieves to survive having eaten the now toxic food kept in their slimy shells. Thank God. Nice. You should have seen it. Okay, guys, I have a clip for you, book. Check this out from yesterday. Oh, it's fucking cinema, guys. Ah! Jesus, why? Why would you do that, Jesus? Why? No! No, bro, $1 million! He lost $1 million! Fuck! All of it! Why? He started with like 34,000. And it was like 34, 68, 120, 400, 800, 1200. Oh my fucking God. And he lost it all. 1.28 fucking million from like 30,000. I was like, stop, Jesus, stop! Oh my God. Why do I feel like I can touch things from far away? Do I have telekinesis or something? True, Callie. You do. Now write 4 books at the same time, bro. Just have 4 computers and you just go brain to computer and then your books are done. You're like, holy shit. You can't stop when the hand's still hot. True, Beezus. That true. See that? Some poor fool ate from the shell of a leopard snail. More of them should soon arrive to take their share of the corpse. That's why you always clean your food before eating, she said as she walked away. The man sighed. No, the toxins make the food completely inevitable. No amount of washing would have saved him. He went off to offer food to the monsters of the village. We prayed to goat heads wrapped in bundles of cloth which were hung across the walls of our homes to ward off nightmares and misfortune. Afterwards, given reassurance this would be a peaceful sleep, we slept wearing the goat heads to educate ourselves on the lives of our ancestors. It was through these heads that we witnessed history. This is why we worshipped Phobator. He let us peek through the thin veil which separated the present from the past. We sat at the kitchen table. Everyone served cooked beef. We discussed the nightmares that still came. I sat there and stared at an empty plate. Reginald cleared his throat. What was your nightmare like, Michelle? Still haunted by that same vision? Reginald said.
Get up, you fat fuck, and touch your toes. I know you can't, but try anyways. Don't fall over though.
Thanks for the interruption, book, as if we needed more of them. God. Oh. It's so bad. Why am I so bad at this? It's because I don't do it. I don't move. I don't do anything. Fuck. Get ready for some more. Some torture? Oh, fuck. Oh, God, my kneecaps. Oh, God.
Nice try, better luck next time, fat ass. Get back in that chair, you lazy ass shit streamer.
Oh.
Get up, you fat fuck, and touch your
Oh,
toes.
no.
I know you can't, but try anyways.
Oh,
Don't fall over,
no.
though.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, why? Oh, Book, you're so mean to me. This isn't fair. 34-year-olds have to stretch frequently. I've never stretched my entire life. Fuck stretching. Stretching's bullshit. I don't use my muscles. I don't need my muscles. I'm just a skeleton. Oh, but there is such a thing as overstretching. Also, perfect time to interrupt the story.
Nice try, better luck next time, fat ass. Get back in that chair, you lazy ass shit streamer.
Says
Get
the
up,
man
you
with a
fat fuck, and touch your toes. I know you can't, but try anyways.
You'll
Don't
thank me
fall
when you're
over, though.
90 and can touch your toes. I won't be able to touch my toes even at 90. Oh, God. Oh, why did I make this a command? You guys aren't supposed to abuse the system. Oh. It's not the same, you know? It'll never be the same. It can't be the same. Oh, it's not fair!
Nice try, better luck next time, fat ass. Get back in that chair, you lazy
Oh,
ass shit
man.
streamer.
That's all of them, right? Challenge you to play FNAF 1 now? I mean, that's kind of not how it works, Ahmed. Now, if you want to gift 10 subs, if you gifted 10 subs, bro, I'll play FNAF right now. Gift 10 subs, I'll do it. Then break your shin because you haven't coordinated in, I started learning how to do a bunch of different things. I feel like a ninja now. That's because your dumbass only hangs over his legs like a broken leaf. Try stretching your arms or hips. Smokey isn't here. I'm Smokey now. Guys, you have to try Animal Flow. You'll feel like you can jump over anything. I'm good. I just want to elevate about 20 feet off the ground. And then break your shin because you haven't coordinated your, what do you... True! Callie, 100%, bro.
Conditioned.
Conditioned. I understand. I understand. We sat in the kitchen table. Everyone served cooked beef. I want floating to be an issue, like I'll be full of gas and I have to belch or fart to get off the ceiling. I mean, it's the way of life there, book. We sat at the kitchen table. Everyone served cooked beef. We discovered the nightmares that still came. We discovered the nightmares that still came. I sat there and stared at an empty plate. Reginald cleared his throat. What was your nightmare like, Michelle? Still haunted by the same vision, Reginald said, an obnoxious tease of what she considered serious. My mother had gray hairs and split ends, but she was beautiful. Blue eyes and fair skin made her appear young, even in her old age. Becoming more masculine from this chat. Hell yeah, book! That's what it's all about. The more masculine you become, the more feminine I become. It's perfect. After years of being with her, I noticed she was always appeared younger after a restful night's sleep. Last night must have been hard. I'm not sure how masculine this chat is. That's true, Beezus. I feel too feminine sometimes. Next, I'll be scratching my balls in public and sniffing my hand. All I know is we should hold each other close. It was difficult for her to eat and think of what might happen to her family, should her nightmares bear truth to them. Hers were the visions of a simple but lonely nightmare. One where she stood or sat in front of a mirror, unable to sleep. Every night, before sleep, Michelle, my mother, took me aside. My last night in the home, I grew so used to it, Reginald found out why, and confronted her. And man-spreading. I'll take all the space for my non-existent penis. Dang, that's a pretty existent penis there, book buyer. Need that space. Yeah, exactly. You can't fold that up. Holy shit, Kelly. Get writing. 159%? Guys, it's not happening today. Found this small during my making of this book. Feels generous today. Yep. My own length can't fit in my depth. It's true, book buyer. It's a scary thing sometimes. So this is what our child is most useful for. A chime to call forth your better half. Oh, Madrid. True, Ahmed. Beezus can. Just barely. He's made like a glove, yeah. Oh, it's a perfect match, yeah. Oh my god. We are together now. Those I've been with shouldn't matter to you. Michelle's shrill tone was a broken bell in my ears. Don't hit the cervix! Yet you risk losing our home by speaking to the gods. I could stand hiding a boy with wings, but this, Reginald's lack of inflection, disturbed even the candles in the room. The flicker of Michelle's own heart sped up. I'm not jealous, but the nature of your communication with him worries me. The tension in her face faded. I love that I'm an enabler. I love causing chaos. That's probably why you fit in perfectly here, book, because this is the room of chaos. And what is the nature of our communication? She grabbed the corner of a table and bit her lower lip. You speak to him through a child, Michelle, and he's mute. How do I explain this to the village if they found out? They won't find out. You're right, I'm giving the child away to he who disturbs tomorrow. What a doorway. I have to turn diagonal to get through that. I'm too gay to fit straight through. The room of non-requirement. Exactly, Sean. Night came soon after this, and I went to sleep on the hard wooden floor for the last time. Worried about where I'd go, I stayed up. Wow, you lost a lot of gay, book. Man, you need to pump those numbers. Oh, it looks like Callie stole all of your gay. Holy shit. He stole all of our gay. He stole everything. Damn, Sean, that's 250% pluses. You guys are fucking shit up with your writing. Get fucking writing, guys. What are you doing here? Go write. 141. You been having a lot of peen. Using that peen for a lot. My eyes are doing weird things. I can't even count that high. Oh, I love it, Visas. Night came soon after this, and I went to sleep on the hard wooden floor for the last time. Worried about where I'd go, I stayed up. I could feel every inch of the moon trail through the sky. The next morning, Reginald knelt down and placed his hand on my shoulder as soon as I left my room and entered the kitchen. I wondered where my food was and looked at my mother, but she left the room with her hands on her face as tears dropped from the wooden floor onto the wooden floor. I'ma take extra meds, I think. I don't think that's a good idea, Callie. Why do I look like Voldemort on steroids? That's pretty good. That's pretty good, book buyer. You're doing a good thing here. I'll show you one last story. Reginald grabbed a goat's head and gave it to me. I dropped it and kicked it to the side, my eyebrows furrowed. He sat on the chair behind me, then pointed at the head and stroked his eyelids. This was too difficult to accept. I would be a thing without family. Even more a thing now than before the village ignored me. In my own eyes, I was already a creature without a face. Literal beasts of our village were more familiar to everyone. Submitted and put the head on. He smirked. Visions of the story of when I was born appeared before my eyes. If you are worried, call your doctor in the morning. Handy's is back. Moldy fart laughs. True. My doctor lets me take 2 of this one whenever I'm anxious. It's a small dose. Play me like a violin, Handies. They're the good ones, book buyer. The egg is hatching, Michelle. The egg is hatching. Reginald trumpeted the announcement to his wife, who was in her room asleep. She woke up and sauntered over to the living room. Once I hatched from the egg, the excitement on his face subsided. His eyes widened, his jaw dropped. He took a note that lay next to my dark wings. This is the egg belonging to Kamai, leader of the religion practiced nationwide. Please give our child the love he deserves, the love we couldn't shower him with. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on in this story. I'm too chaotic. The character has the ability to see the heads of goats. The people are like kind of half goat people, I'm guessing, because they come from they're descendants of a half goat god. So they're kind of like satyrs, but like more human. And they're like this guy. The kid was given away by his parents, so he's an orphan basically, adopted by this family, and this family is now giving him away. But he has the power to, like, see the past and stories and stuff like that through the eyes of these goat heads. Through the power of the god. At least that's what I'm getting out of it. I don't know how accurate that is, what it's supposed to be, Callie. His name is Ekthros, and the gods know him as the second bringer of nightmares. He's the son of a good woman, and we hope this egg will reach another. With the same warm heart, Michelle took 2 steps back and placed her fingers on her lips. I did it. She felt her husband staring and made eye contact with him. What do you mean you did it? I mean, we did it. We can make a family. We can be a family now. Everyone is goat head, naked body. Yeah, that's mostly accurate, but the boy is the only goatin guy. Lots of shenanigans go on. True. Okay, makes sense, Callie. Not with this Damon. Have you seen the wings? The horns? Aren't you goating yourself? Asked Michelle. Something I'm deeply ashamed of, yes. Michelle walked over and took the note Kama wrote to the couple. She turned it over and read it out loud. I think I just made a smut book. Hell yeah, book. That's what it's all about. Sell it! But the goat head? I don't know if I can vibe with that. Well, it's the whole take on, like, fuck, why am I blanking on the name? You know, in like, Satanism. Starts with an F. Why cannot remember her name? Half goat. Hermaphrodite. Baphomet. 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 He only has the horns. Oh, I was going like decapitated goat head stitched to a human neck. No, not quite that. Think of more... In this case, with him putting on the goat heads, I'm imagining it more like Inosuke from Dragon Slayer, where it's just like a hollowed out, like taxidermied goat head. He puts the head on, he sees through the eyes of the goat, and that tells him, knowing my smut book. Oh. That book buyer, that's Baphomet. The idea of like a half goat, half human. Fucking ads. Down with 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 ads. Your arms look skinny today? That's good. No, like a no muscle skinny. Yeah, I don't have any muscle. Like, probably a better angle. Yeah. Completely covers it, so it makes my arm look a lot thinner than it is. Like, look how thin my arm looks at this angle compared to like that. Because it's on its side. I have flab, lots of flab. Feel like I'm back to normal, guys. Mwah, I have muscle! Whoa, it went away. There you go, Callie. You drank your coffee too fast, bro. Got yourself a fucking caffeine hit. Either that or I got you high through the stream. Which, I could believe that. We lost Beezus and Bloody. We were too crazy. Nah, there's no way we could chase someone off. If they come in here, and they've come in here more than once, they're hooked. You guys witnessed my hypomania. No, I'm just writing. Back to boobs. See? Beezus is the only smart one here. He's being productive. Where are my handies? You'd have to turn to Smokey for that one, book. My hands are way too sore. I'm too excited to write? Ah, I see. P.S. I made an oath to make sure I left this child with a loving mother and father. If I break the oath, the gods will starve me for 1 year, and I'll be sent to sleep forever after a certain amount of days. Though, if my well-being is not enough to convince you to keep him, no, he is your only protection against Phobator. The death of this child marks both Phobator's resurrection and the arrival of the Oneroy upon the waking world. No, the violin handies. I would have written, but my brain was all wacky. But that's the perfect time to write, and then you go back to it, Callie, and you have these crazy fucked up ideas. And then you just release a book called And So It Was. And it literally makes absolutely no sense, but it's so crazy and out there that it sells. Like goat head stitched to human necks. But that could be a fetish book. Struggling to figure out where I'm going with my second book, so listening to you guys talk about goat head smut has been helping somehow. It's expanding your mind, Beezus, and pressing it into a different way, you know? Folding it and molding it and expanding it and then folding it and molding it. Yeah, but I'm not cool with that fetish. Then why... A book, I'm really confused by this. Why are you writing the book if you don't like the fetish, then? That seems really counterintuitive. I thought you said you had a great idea for a it was an idea. But you don't want to write the idea. Wait, I just realized this is the second time someone has taken my goat stuff to a sexual place. Callie. Some of the greatest artists of all time hated their masterpieces. Very true, Beezus. What my luck will be is I will just write a random book after I write my Final Fantasy series, and the random book will just for some reason be like really good, and I'll be super pissed because I want people to read the Final Fantasy book, but no one will read the Final Fantasy book, but I'll be a millionaire, so I'll be like, well, fuck, you know, it is what it is, right? And then I'll lose all my money trying to push the Final Fantasy book. Book is just the Da Vinci of goathead smut, but she's refusing to pick up the brush. Damn, Beezus, it's so true, man. And should you really be that in... Like, maybe you should be critical of it. And maybe that's kind of a viewpoint that you put on it, is that you as the author are critical of the fetish, but you understand the perspective of the person who has it. Like a foot fetish. It's like, yeah, I can understand, but it's not my thing. It's too Minotaur for me. But it's like fake Minotaur. Which makes it like, okay. And then there's the one guy who's actually gonna fuck a goat, right? I mean, book, if I write it and I become famous, I'll share with you because it was your idea. Feel free to use my idea. Alright, our next smut will be the birthing of Baphomet. Do not condone any goat sex. Now read on as I describe all 20 of this character's nipples in vivid detail. Oh my god. So true, Beezus. So true. No normal hot bodies, always naked, but goat heads. No, book buyer, my idea is it starts out as people wearing goat heads and, like, being trans and, like, spreading Satanism, and then one of them actually winds up fucking a goat. How a writing community has the largest amount of broken sentences posted in the chat. Because, Beezus, we know how to use them so we can break the rules with them. Like, everyone is ripped. I'm grammar illiterate. True, same, book. That's the difference between an editor and a writer. Writers don't know how to make fucking grammatical correctness proper. Oh, grammar, you're correct, motherfucker. That sentence was big brain. Oh. If spell check didn't exist, I'd probably be sent into assisted living after I posted online. Big R brain. See if Botrix wants to work
Make
today.
have nipples, so make milk for a snicker, add nut, melt the sugar.
Damn, Callie, that's fucking deep, bro. You make milk from sucking on a nipple, and then you nut on it, and that mixes to make sugar. That's what I got out of it. What, you've never had milk mixed with cum? I mean, what? That's my kind of Kahlua. That nut was more peanut butter. I mean, you could do that. Help! Sorry, Callie, we're all gonna stand here, watch you go crazy, film it, put it on TikTok, and become millionaires. And even though you're the one who, like, it's all about, you don't get any of the money. Or any of the fame. You just get all of the hate. And all of the negatives. It's a shitty world out there, bro. Reginald, we have to raise him and keep him and the world safe. We'll just farm you for talent? True. Reginald closed his eyes and sighed. He walked over to his shed and grabbed an axe. If he's staying with us, he can't keep these wings. His long locks of hair will hide his horns. Reginald, no! The vision stopped there, and Reginald took the goat's head off of me. That I once had wings with which to fly, directed my anger towards the villagers and my adopted father. Only Mother accepted me as I was, the human goat with the wings of an owl. That's what friends do. Mwah, I'm a farmer. Here's an oinker. Here you guys. Feel free to use my dead corpse for entertainment. I already told the government they can use my corpse for anything, and they have my permission to bring me back as a cyborg. So they have permission to do whatever they want with my brain. I'm sorry, son, but I never wanted to keep you. Your mother was the highlight of your life here, but now she's the reason you're leaving. ChatGPT 5 is actually hurting my feelings now. It's way too aggressive with its ratings. Really, Beezus? Is it calling you stupid? I need it then. I need it to tell me my writing is shit. I can't stand being fucking glazed by bullshit. Yeah, it's calling you stupid. Well, then again, there's a difference between criticism and just saying, man, why the fuck would you ever have that idea? That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. No, don't use that idea, trash that idea, and never think about it
Did it say
again.
your pinky is too short to be fancy?
Yes. I can make my pinky fancy. Feel attacked. My pinky is too short to be fancy. No! He said sharks with frickin' laser beams on their frickin' heads! Your mother was the highlight of your life here, but now she is the reason you're leaving. Rock and Chat GPT 4 used to rate my story a 9.2, 9.7. Now the base rates 5. Base 5 rates it an 8.5, and the thinking version rates it a 7.5. I pulled, so it's a lot more accurate, Beezus. Not saying your writing is bad, but what's it comparing it to? Because it's like, if it's comparing it to like Stephen King and it says you're a 9.2 and a 9.7 and you've published and you're not selling, then it's lying. Because even if you had absolutely no marketing, the second anyone picked up the book, they would be absolutely blown away by it. They would just instantly recommend it to other people, and it would be like a wildfire effect. If it was really that fucking good, right? Which, let's be fair, those are generational authors. They happen once every 30 or 40 years. Like, that isn't something you should ever be even aiming for, you know? Like, you're not gonna be aiming to outdo fucking George R.R. Martin or Brandon Sanderson. Well, there's aiming for it, and then there's the reality of it, Beezus. We can all aim for it, but the chances of it actually happening are so absolutely minuscule, and at this point, if you haven't reached that level, you're probably never going to reach that level. But there's no saying that you couldn't get under that level, right? You know? Like, I'm just saying, like, that's like trying to say you're like Arnold, or sorry, Albert Einstein or fucking something like that. It's like, well, you know, maybe it'd just be better to call yourself a, like, Schrodinger or, like, a, Oppenheimer or a something, you know. Realism and pessimism are in line, and it's hard to know where that line blurs and goes from one to the other. That's why you always got to be positive and just aim for the best, but never take the emotional road when it comes to not achieving your goals. Figure out why you didn't achieve your goal, then do better next time. Always improve yourself. It's like the Constitution. We have the right to pursue happiness. At no point does it say we have a right to be happy. Exactly, Sean. But you should still be happy. Right? And most people that, most people that aren't born in a ridiculously terrible situation, the reason they're not happy is because of themselves, not because of someone else. I'm Nikola Tesla. I make battery go boom, and so does my dick. I'm fine with being delusional because I'm willing to work hard enough to get to the top if it's possible. I'm probably in the top 10% of work ethic, so if it's possible for me, I'll definitely make it. That's true, Beezus. 100%. In order for the government to make happiness a right, they'd have to drug us all so we'd stay happy. Me, totally delusional, guys. Second only to the money he'll make off the scarf I'm getting in return for you. Just know I don't hate you. I hate the life you gave me. I looked in Reginald's eyes and felt his hatred for the feeling of grass that brushed against his feet with every step. The great possibility that flames could easily take down his cotton home. Ants that crawled upon our clay kitchen sent him wild mad. He saw the glint in my goaten eyes and that shone in light upon it all. Reginald wanted that light gone. He traded me in for a scarf at the age of 17. I hated him for this. I almost hated my mother for being so passive, though she took such good care of me despite what stood in her way. A town which valued labor and religious doctrine over education and love. That would banish her if a peasant found out about her involvement with the god we fear. This is the only place I'm accepted for being crazy. You can't stand out by being sane. That's true, Beezus. Only the reason that you're insane is because you're outside of the box. Only normal people are sane. But normal people don't achieve greatness. People that are outside of the box achieve greatness. She would read me books every day, a needed respite from the vivid stories shown to me by the goat's head. We all threw the box away. Well, the thing is, Sean, there's always another box to break out of. No matter how many boxes you break out of and think you're thinking outside of the box, there's another box to break out of that you've confined yourself in. So the thing is, knowing that there's always that box and to always try to break out of that box, and knowing that consistently breaking out of that box...
Roses. Fuck.
Come on, someone else go. Let's do a story in TTS in one word.
Bananas. Sensually.
Just glad I think outside the smartphone. True, Sean.
For hours. Ito CS. Coming. Smooth legs. Anus. You guys are bad at this. I am leaving forever. By unfollowing UNSUBSCRIING. Painted.
No, Callie, please don't leave. Your imagination is what carries the stream, bro. You
Nipples.
are the essence.
Tainted. Against. Penile. Insertion. Separated. Taint. Penis balloons. Jillian.
Y'all are not creating a story. This is a crime scene.
Hermaphrodite. Touche.
Okay, that one's better. I'm not about to be a witness. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. The only way I knew she loved me is that she wanted me to know everything, but there were secrets she kept from us. I lamented, knowing that one of those secrets was me. These are memories of when I had a family, broken though it was. My father had no love for me, no other use for me than trade. Usefulness, the only trait valued in this village. Callie, they're stealing mine too, apparently. Suspect number 1. Yeah, I'm definitely stealing your guys' gay. I'm sorry, I absorb gay like it's nothing. It needs to fuel. I suspect Mr. Meeseeks. Mr. Meeseeks did it, guys. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Mr. Meeseeks did it. She would read, we already read that. Where are we? It's memories. These are memories of when I had a family, broken though it was. My father had no love for me, no other use for me than trade. Okay, we read that. He who disturbs, or he who distributes. Damn it, book! This isn't Horde's gay. Well, I'm sorry, you don't beat my gay aura. Even Beezus, damn! I gave it all to Beezus. There we go. It's actually Beezus this whole time, guys. He was the one stealing gay. He who distributes brought me to one of the 3 islands of fate in a large cage with a few other children with the same eyes as mine. On the river atop the boat towards the chambers, I saw there were gatherers with eyes like mine. Through the glint in my wide eyes, they saw I was curious and leaned over in front of me. Their eyes returned to normal. My eyebrows rose in shock. I did not know such a shift in the pupils could be done. Give me my gay back! I'm pretty sure mine should be the highest anyway. Yo, no, I didn't stream because my hands are wrecked from bouldering and I couldn't hold the controller. Bouldering? What the fuck is bouldering, Muffin? And welcome. And Muffin, I noticed yesterday you raided and then you didn't say anything. You just fucked off. Rock climbing. That's what I was thinking, Muffin, but I was like, wait, do you guys like throw rocks at each other's hands? Just like rock climbing, but with boulders? Okay. Because here I am thinking you're dropping rocks on your hands. Think they don't use safety equipment? It's because I was late and I really had to go. That's okay, Muffin. I just thought it was funny.
Mr. MEESEX, I know you literally do anything I ask, but you didn't have to fuck Danielle Radcliffe in front of me while I GOONED. I just know. Wait, Mr. MEESEX, wait, okay, so I might have enjoyed it a bit. I am just saying I wanted to at least have a taste and you said no, so we're fired.
They don't. Okay, Callie is a little too crazy. Are you okay? What do you mean he's a little too crazy? Callie is on extra caffeine today. This is why they killed each other. True, Muffin. True words have never been spoken, good sir. There's Callie crazy and Callie crazy. No one can out-crazy me, though, guys. He is crazy! But he's, like, funny crazy. I'm, like, psychotic crazy, like... I stare into your souls! Put that in TTS. You guys, my brain is like, woo! Yeah, I can see Callie killing me by mistake. I would do it on purpose. You would do it on purpose, Tox. Wait, what? Bro, how the fuck you keep a straight face when staring at a cam like that? It's called practice, Muffin. Disassociation and practice. You know? It's like... Talks would stream it. Pieces would kill me and hide the body. There are a lot of things, Muffin, I can hold a straight face through for like a minute or so. I'm exploding on the inside. And then sometimes I just can't help it and I just have to burst out laughing. I got you all down pat. What are you, the new cop? Sean would just sit with my dead body like it was a piece of furniture.
Guys, we have like an insect asterisk problem and I hate killing things, so I try my best to not stop on them, and when I kill one I get really sad and pray that they'll go to bug heaven.
Callie would talk to me. Or sorry, Levi would talk to me. Sorry. I'm retarded, everyone knows that. Levi would talk to me. Callie would kill me. Said that Clotho, one of the three fates, sewed this island together. The only way out or in was on a boat of the same thread. The waters that surrounded the island were filled with snakes that mimicked the strands of hair which hung from the scalp of a drowning goddess. She stirred the water with her struggling. Her snakes took the boat by their fangs and led us past the jagged rocks and through the raging waters we faced. I drove my hand through the river. I am just dead inside and I laugh just to not start the conversation of why I don't laugh. I don't want to kill anyone. I know, Callie, it would be an accident. A woman slapped my wrist. Child, I know you're curious, but we need to alive for now. Don't make yourself a victim of Medusa. We made it into the chambers. Stairs forked into paths of 2 and 3. They buried us deeper into the maze. When we descended, a mist filled the air. Our lungs made desperate gasps at oxygen within the mist until I walked up to it. The mist sunk into the walls. Chaotic neutral Callie. Wait, which am I? I'm chaotic good. You're chaotic neutral. Smokey is chaotic evil. I need to grab a book, but I'm scared of the basement. The D&D things, the archetypes, I forget what it is. Book buyer is probably chaotic lawful. Sean would probably be neutral lawful. And Levi would probably be is it like good lawful? Oh, I think it's like good lawful. Lawful, lawful. No, you're hungry for a lalafell. Why would you eat a lalafell? Whoa. Guys, we're gonna get ads in a second here. They should be popping up any fucking second now. I'm just waiting for it. Bounces off padded walls. True book. A raffle for a lawful falafel and a waffle that stuff baffles. You're an unlawful waffle. Your waffle is unlawful. Guys, I'm worried we're not even going to get to the react today. I'm just good then. My only flaw is that I'm so perfect that people are too intimidated by my kindness to come up and give me the compliments I deserve. I literally can't read right now. I'm gonna take a small break, see you in a bit or not, because I can't keep promises. It's not a promise, it's just a statement. A statement doesn't have to be followed through on. I can sprint instead. I prefer running as fast as I can. Once you have that much energy, then you really do need to go out and burn it somehow, Callie. Sure, whatever you want. Don't sprint, just jog and slowly lose the steering. A mere suggestion. True muffin. No sprinting unregretted and have to limp back home. Very true. stairs forked into paths of 2 and 3. They buried us deeper into the maze. Oh, we already got that. A man wearing the head of a goat and had a scarf decorated with owl's feathers came along. His voice was soothing and gruff, something you could sleep to. I'm sure we found him. The chamber is responding to his presence. Suspicious. I was linked to the mist somehow. I stepped back in hopes the mist would lift from the walls. Still get decapitated. Head of a goat. Goat head is that for me. True book buyer. You will never know. After half a step, I realized they'd know it was me if the mist responded to my movement again. I walked back up with more confidence in my step this time, the mist lit with a green fire. The man with the goat's head on said, "Look, the flames of the icon burn brighter." Perhaps it was because I felt so sure of myself that the flames became so fierce. I closed my eyes and made an imperceptible hum to myself. I had to calm down. I might be able to write now. Ooh, I think I can. Yes! Perfect book. That's amazing. You're gonna miss the literary agent, though, if you're not careful. But you can always go back and watch it. Remember that. Alright, if any of you kids felt anything strange, step up. The situation would only get harder on all of you if we don't find you now. He sounded kind, yet his voice exerted authority. Greedily hoards talent like Callie hoarded gay. True book. I remained still. No one walked up. Their wait for the children was curious. We all walked in together. Tradesies? On the walls were markings that detailed the stories I saw on my cold nights as a member of a broken family. They were the fights, the secrets hid, and even the nights my mother whisked me away to speak to her God. The secret that had me sent away, the chambers were a maze for someone who used to live in a 2-bedroom home. A problem then arose that I couldn't deal with alone. I stole it anyways. Mwah! Dang, I must have stole something else. Or he just had a lot, book. Ooh, somebody stole mine. Secrets hid, and even the nights my mother whisked me away to speak to her God. Secret that had kept sent away. This chambers were a maze for someone who used to live in a 2-bedroom home. Problem then arose that I couldn't deal with alone. I wanted out. Sleepwalking became a daily occurrence. I often found myself in random parts of the chambers when I woke up, next to rubble. The sleepwalking was kept between me and a girl who paced back and forth beyond my cell. She watched me break down entire walls with my bare fists. My gay is gayer than a fae at a bay with a way to stay in May. True, Callie. You're pretty strong, she said in a soft tone and voice. Hearing it was like holding your ear against the softest pillow you could find until you lay still and the sound of skin against cotton feels silent. Pretty quiet, too. What's your name? My name is Amber. In sign language, my name is Ethros. Echthros. She was about my height with black hair. Ooh, a Moogle! Now everyone will want to cuddle me. True. True book buyer. She was about my height with thick black hair and yellow eyes that glowed. She wore a red scarf with flowers. Its petals resembled flames and its stems spiraled around it. With no idea who tore those walls down, they caged me in with a few other suspicious children and 3 rabid bulldogs. Then changed each dog to one corner. The dogs couldn't hurt me since they were too far away. I believed this was an attempt at arousing stress. I then wondered something. Would I hurt them during my sleepwalking if I didn't want to while awake? Basically a big fluffy boob. I mean, that's very true, book buyer. That's pretty much what Moogles are. For 3 days I spent awake. After 3 days spent awake, they selected me to sleep in either the bed of ivory or the bed of horn. The bed of horn was firm and neatly made, with a wooden frame and paisley patterns. The bed of ivory was plain and messy, but soft.
Thank you for
It
redeeming
was more
chair dance.
comfortable,
Itox
so
will
I
now
chose the
dance
bed
for
of
you.
ivory, but remained
Please
awake.
fully enjoy this immersive experience.
Do you guys know if you put Boobs. 8,008 in a calculator. It spells boob. And get another calculator. And put 808 on that calculator. 8,008.
Keep dancing, bitch. It ain't over yet.
You can give a robot boobs. Oh my god, Callie. That is so funny. Liar. You're a liar, Callie.
You did good.
Well,
You can
my
rest
pants
now,
aren't
babe.
on fire, so
Somebody gonna
get hurt real bad. Oh yes, very much so. We're going into it. Here we go, guys. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. If you don't sleep, I'll slam rocks into your head until you do. Just make sure they are on your body. True. She needed the strength I had while I had while asleep, so I offered her something in return for keeping my skull intact. As long as the deal was reasonable, in exchange for the freedom of every child kept a prisoner, she wanted me to kill the bastards that hurt her. I don't know her. I didn't owe her anything. It sounded cruel, but how could I drive myself to kill while asleep when I had no motivation while awake? I told her that was how it worked, or at least how I assumed it worked. I wish she could lend me her hatred, but all I could give her was my sympathy. She's hurt, and I understand that, but I couldn't kill. She then threatened to tell everyone what I could do and told me why they're taking teenagers my age.
Go back to normal, bitch. This shit ass accent is killing me.
Don't go outside then, runs out. Witness me! Runs after with pants and outstretched hands. You don't have any pants on, Callie. You must be the icon of Nemesis, the Greek goddess of revenge, a boy of talent with the powers of the awakened. In sign language, what is an icon, I asked her. An icon is the sole representation of a god or goddess, granted the will and power of their god. They can't resist fulfilling the god's wishes. If you're the icon of Nemesis, we have someone to stand up to Kamai, who fell into her disfavor after he left her. If he found you, he'd execute all the other children in the chambers, but I still couldn't kill them. I could rough them up, but the former was out of the question. Her eyes widened. She looked to the side, uncurled her fists, and gave me a goat's head. I put it on and looked at the visions. The boobs are back! Handsies! Come back! Are you kind of hentai person? Dreamy Bloody. Everyone knows everyone is. Don't lie, book buyer. We all delve. We all delve. I like violin hands. Ah. They're only kept here because you have potential, girl. Don't get excited, though, because that potential lay only in your corpse. Let me test ya. Do you like Dorian mode? Wait, yeah, Durian? I don't know what Dorian is. Not sure what that one Dreamy Bloody, unless I just don't know the terminology. Like the stinky fruit? The durian? The yellow, apparently delicious fruit that smells like literal shit? I know yaoi. I don't know a lot of the terminologies. You're only kept here because you have potential. Oh, this is, put the goat's head on. Here we go. And Fujoshi. How would you feel if dying was the only way you'd accomplish anything? You probably understand, seeing as your power lies in sleep, the closest thing to death there is. When you die, your memories and therefore your accomplishments die with you. That is why I will never know what it is to grasp victory. I want to help you. I want to see you at your greatest. I want to know what it's like to witness someone at their best. Sign language. You really believe I can be great? She smiled. I have to believe it, otherwise I believe myself to be as useless in death as I am in life. Spent another few moments in bed thinking. Oh, I don't know anything about... Dorian is a scale Greek of music. Every violin hands know this. And yes, Dorian is English. Oh, I don't know anything about violin hands. I just want to salivate on them. I literally searched Dorian mode hentai. But now I have to purge my search history. Do you like yaoi? Kind Boku no Pico? Love yaoi. Search for Boku no Pico. Here we are thinking anime terms and you're talking about fucking music. I'm surprised Levi didn't jump in on that one and be like, guys, he's talking about the violin. It became difficult to tell the definition of monster. I once read a really fucked up yaoi. If you fake now, you need clean your room. Oh, if you fake now, you need clean your chrome. Remember, guys, when I die, I am blind. It's true, Callie. Guys, I actually can't see. I don't have eyes. I'm AI. Right? So... 100% of what I do is just predictive processing. So, mistakes really happen a lot. I have endless pits where my eyes should be. When you die, we can do an orgy. I mean, why do you have to wait until someone dies? Stanic orgy. Okay. Did I miss something? Scotty wants to get laid. Well, I mean, who doesn't want to get laid, first of all? And second of all, you know, it's hard to find a good partner in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere who will butt-fuck you. I mean, what? Dreamy is taking my brain places, and I hate it. Because you won't leak your address. Don't you want to see what shows up on your doorstep first? An orgy or a pipe bomb? It's because it's not my house. If, guys, I became a millionaire and I bought my own house and I lived in my own house, I'd dox myself immediately. But I don't want to dox the other people that live in this house. Do not ever leak your address when that happens. Obviously not just give them a P.O. box. I obviously, I'm joking, Beezus, because I'd never make enough money, and even if I did, I'd never buy my own house. Why the fuck would I leave this place? I don't think we will fit in a P.O. box. But this will be in like 10 years, book buyers, so they'll have P.O. boxes for cars. Not if you don't believe in yourself. I do believe in myself, Beezus. But I'm realistic. It's been a year. I'm not getting a car-sized P.O. box with you weirdos. It would be a fart box. You know, it's one of those things where it's like... Because I would be farting, I'm the farter. What's going on, y'all? Hey, Furball! Flashback! We're still reading Callie's chapter. It's 2 hours into the stream. All we've done is fuck around. Literally, all we have done is fuck around. It's been a great stream. Became difficult to tell the definition of monster. I no longer believe it matters whether you inflict, provide, pilfer, or nurture. The intention behind your decision decides the monstrosity behind your behavior. That's awesome. Fuck yeah, Furball. My belly hurts. I'm laughing so much. That's a good thing, book buyer. History makes you what it makes you. We have no choice in it. There is a monster inside us all, and it changes us slowly. Who gnaws and scrapes to ready you, the prey, until you're prepared for it. It waits for you to prepare because it thinks you can't do anything once it pounces. When it does, you're already consumed by its disease. The monster can't even tell what you are anymore and runs away, afraid. You're a monster to the monster. This is what I learned from a story my mother read to me when I was younger. Callie, how long is this chapter that it takes an hour and a half to read? It's not even that long. It's only like 3,000 words. Your favorite books, top 5 or just top 2? I hate Callie really doesn't like this book. A goat and child ran through a forest to get away from a beast he never saw. He could only hear it in his shadows as it chased him through the bushes. The boy assumed it had large claws, large teeth. So he took trees down with his strength to either scare it away or use bark as armor. The other series by Anne Bishop and Anita Blake by Laurel K. Hamilton. We were talking about Anita Blake yesterday. I've been told by like 5 different people that they love it though. Sword of Truth, Dragonlance, Dresden series. Don't like Asiof? I don't know what Asiof is. No idea what that is. I understand the feeling. A goat and child ran through a forest to get away from a beast he never saw. He could only hear it in the shadows as it chased him through the bushes. The boy assumed it had large claws, large teeth, so he took trees down with his strength to either scare it away or use bark as armor. When he tripped, the boy got angry and screamed so loud he chased away his fear. Chased away the beast. I believe it to be some aspect of the goaten when the boy's horns grew 5 inches around his head and the forest was lit aflame.
Why am I literally familiar with all of these terms Dreamy is saying, but I just don't remember exactly what it is.
Did you like it at some point, Callie? Game of Thrones books? I haven't read the Game of Thrones books. I'm waiting for the last book. Oh, Dune! How did I forget Dune? Dune is number 1. A group of archers came along and were convinced he was the beast who made corpses of the men who lived there. This boy had 10 arrows struck through him by the archers. It's one of my favorite stories. Something I think about whenever I have nothing to do. I always remember what my mother told me after each telling. Be careful that you turn what you turn into while you're being chased. I wonder if I would ever end up like him. If the reason my mother read me the story is that she was afraid I would end up a monster. Could my mother have believed I would make something better of myself if I knew what would happen if I weren't careful? Damn, Callie. I mean, I like the imagery of it. But, I mean, it's your first book, so it's understandable. It definitely has an element of... I can tell that it's more amateurish writing style. Like, it's not as developed as it is with, like, Butterflies or Be the Music. But I'm enjoying it, even fragmented as it is. Why does my knee randomly hurt? Oh no, book, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain! That's what it means. Didn't do my flamingo pose yet today. Ah. No strength. Okay, well, we're gonna wait for a ad break. It should be coming up pretty soon here, guys.
Yeah, I think what I learned
You
from
at
this
least
is
read
like
Moby Dick or any
developing backstory.
gothic introductory literature novel? In high school, Dreamy Bloody, but I don't remember. I read like 15 or 16 books in high school. I've read some classics, but I read smut and romantasy. I read smut and romantasy. Yeah, I think what I learned from this is like developing backstory. True, Callie. But hey, it's still a good start, man. I thoroughly love it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna read a Japanese folklore from my library. Hell yeah, Callie. First novel I ever read was in 3rd grade. I read Autobiography for Benjamin Franklin. Nice, Beezus. The first series I ever read was the Juna series. It's basically about swans. But evil black swan Sebastian. The great city of Juna. First one I read myself that I remember is the 3rd or 4th Harry Potter book. All I read...
Richard_A_box
Oh shit, Richard A. Box Shao! Holy shit, thank you for the raid, good sir! Welcome, welcome! How are you? How is everyone? What are you up to? This box shall raid X-Days! Hey, how's it going? We are weird, but don't let that scare you away. Hi there! Are you readers? Are you writers? Are you enjoyers and purveyors of imagination and creativity? Do you enjoy storytelling and sharing ideas? Go check out Richard A. Boxshow. Noob hentai. Richard A. Boxshow. Noob hentai. Yeah, Dreamy Bloody. Exactly. Drive it right into them right off the bat. Go give Richard some love and some support, guys. Go follow him. Go check out his channel. I'm already following him, of course I am, because I'm basically following everyone. Dreamy is gonna scare them. If they're scared by that, they'll never last 10 minutes in the stream, guys. He was doing hard editing work. Kid gloves. I followed too. Nice, there we go. Go give him some love, guys. Editing what? Hard editing work. Editing is hard, but it's also fun sometimes. To get back into the roots of it and have something on the paper and not have to worry about it. You're just like tweaking it. Sorry, just ending my stream. No worries, Richard. No worries. Take your time, good sir. We're a very tight-knit, off-the-wall, experimental type writers, authors, creatives, and everything like that. Plus some random people like Smokey who love to fuck with the stream. But it is what it is, right? Building a community of people that are encouraging, motivating, and, you know, spread the creative ideas. Editing is 95% of writing, man. I hate it. Yeah, you're treating me like the black sheep of the family. I swear it irritates me. I'm the protagonist of this saga. True Dreamy Bloody. Talks, by the way, Butterflies with Vertigo is literally like 1 or 2 weeks after Into a Nightmare. So there's not even a lot of time for me to get better. But but Callie, from the very beginning of writing it to the end of writing Butterflies with Vertigo, the amount of increase, you're the only female, I was. As the only female, I'm the protagonist. Y'all are the side characters. I've been enjoying the poems in Elias's voice today. Those poems in the Discord are legit. True, Furball. There's also a bunch, if you scroll down on Twitch, there's the community poems and, like, Kick and Twitch poems and stuff. And there's a bunch of stuff created by the community there as well. That's before we had the Discord set up. Might be female lurkers. I mean, I could see there being female lurkers that are just trying to get the information from the stories and stuff. But I could definitely see how we scare off more females than anyone. You know I'm a girl, right? A dirty girl. True Dreamy Bloody. I believe that. I'm a dirty girl, too. I can be real dirty.
I could be green, I could be blue, I could be violet, SKYYYYYYYYY.
Y'all are extra weirdos today. As the only fat girl. Quick, let's discuss something other than a man so the stream can pass as the Bechdel test. A sequel to a book about an artist who trapped people in paintings. Ooh. That sounds epic, Richard. I blame books. Book buyer, I followed you. Oh, Jesus. We're going to get ads in a second here, guys. And then we're going to go into the commentary react for today. Which is literary agents. I'm the catalyst. It's true. Book buyer set us from like 90% to 300%. We're like way the fuck up here now. We just been going off balls to the walls, off the wall with the balls. The balls go off the walls. Book is a cat with a list and you're on it. Cat list. It's a cat list. You're on my cat list. I will turn you all into cats and you will be... I'm a crow, Callie. I must fly. Very true. Very true, book. Flying is like, oh my god, I wish I could fly. That would be badass, guys. If you could choose between flying and $1 million...
Somebody gonna get hurt.
Guys, if you could choose between do not fly, the planes will find you, they will get jealous and they will find you and it will not be good. Do not redeem. How did you know that? Oh, Callie, you were the one that did that. How did you know that? How did you know that? Oh, that is because you are the one that redeemed it. Oh, I understand now, Callie. That was very smart of you. You are a very tricky guy, Callie. You very much pulled it off. I can very much understand that. I would just fly. I can earn money as a blimp. You do this so well. You can buy a lot of airfare for $1 million. Alright, we are in ads now. Only those premium boys can hear me now. I would take the cash too.
Go back to normal, bitch. This shit-ass accent is killing me. This basic bitch stupid streamer can't even get his camera right. Fuck freeze frames. Oh, there it goes. That's the face only a mother can love.
True. Could get off my diet and eat a ton of burgers, guys. I want to fly too. No, stick to your diet, Callie. I'll show you our last freeze frame, guys. This was our last freeze frame. Interestingly, I have different ads on my phone to my TV. Actually, it's not that interesting. That's just because Twitch is fucking terrible with like fucking shit. You know? Like, they're just terrible at, like, figuring out who they should give ads to, right? Like, their way of serving ads is just terrible. It's not very productive, because it doesn't aggregate towards, like, sending ads to the right kind of people, right? Like, the whole point of like, getting your data is so that people know what to sell you, so they pay the least amount of money for the most amount of clicks for like an ad, right? Or sales or whatever the ad is for. But I'm not signed in on my other PC, and I don't get ads on this PC because this is the count as I'm signed in on. But on the other PC, I do get ads. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Are you ready? It's the moment everyone's been waiting for. The most important moment of the day. Are you actually drinking water? Yeah. I ran out of fucking chocolate milk. Now I'm down to water. Fuck. Okay. I turned down a literary agent. Was it a mistake? Let's find out.
I finally got the email that everyone dreams about. An agent offered to represent my novel. Yeah! But 5 days later, I responded with an email that said, thanks, but no thanks. Was that a terrible decision? Here's what happened. And stick around after the story because I'll talk about what authors should learn from my experience. I'd submitted my novel to 2 types of agents. Agents I had met in person and agents I had not met in person. Every agent I hadn't met just ghosted me. Cold submissions are a tough universe. Let's look at the math. An average agent might get 8,000 submissions in a calendar year. On average, a normal agent only takes on 3.5 new clients annually. That's average, right? Established agents might take on 1 or 0, while newbie agents might take on 6 or 7. So what's the percentage of acceptances then? 0.04%.
Yeah.
Just to put this into comparison, your chances of getting into Harvard are 3.6%. That means you're 90 times more likely to get into Harvard than to land a particular agent. On the other hand, if you submit to 90 agents, that would give you roughly the same chance as a Harvard admission. But the agents I met in person were a completely different story. As soon as I wrote in my query letter, I met you at X conference, they perked right up and asked for a full manuscript. And the agent who offered to represent me was one of those. We talked
Personality.
professionally.
Guys, this is the perfect example of what I was talking about, where words on the page don't mean anything unless you know the person behind those words. Does that make sense? The personality behind the writing is a huge factor in the audience. That's why, like, popularity and, like, being presentable and stuff like that is so important. I only send to agents who declare they respond yes or no to everyone. Nope. I know almost none of the authors I read. Well, yeah, but I just mean, like, in a general statement, right? Like, most people that, like, usually read because they've heard of the author from someone, and we're like, oh, I really like this author, and then, you know, they start to learn more about the author and stuff. I'm not one of those people either. I don't give a fuck about the author. But then when I started streaming and I'm reading your guys' stuff, it's like I see that connection between, like, reading a viewer's work and just reading, like, the difference between reading Choke and reading Callie's story. That being said, I've only sent manuscripts to 2 agents. True, Furball. But your manuscript's pretty fucking amazing from the first chapter that we read yesterday. If my work doesn't stand on its own without my personality, it won't stand at all. That's true, Angstface. Very true. The library has books on giant skeletons in Japanese mythology and the Headless Horseman of Ireland. Nice.
Back. He asked for my full manuscript, and then a month later, he sent a glorious email that said, I want to represent you, and suggested we hop on a call. The phone call is where the problem started. He said a lot of nice things about my book, but they were all a little vague. He did answer my questions quite well about submission strategies and where this book fit into the marketplace. Yet after the phone call, I wasn't sure whether I wanted to sign with him.
I really appreciate the opportunity to post the ACR to the Discord. Yeah, no worries, bro. I highly enjoy facilitating other people's writings, right? It's not about me, it's about everyone else in the community. And building a community of people who, in interact with each other's work and give feedback on each other's work and, you know, help each other become better authors, find better and cooler ideas, you know, brainstorm about stuff. The way you all perked up when I said I'd post the whole thing was really exciting. Yeah, it's a really cool feeling to have something like that, right? And it's like I said, I'm an idea person. I have absolutely no idea if the grammar is wrong. I have no idea if the sentence structure is fucked. All I care about is, are you presenting an idea, and is that idea valid and worth it? And that's it. The method and the quality of the presentation does not matter as long as the idea gets across. And Furball, your idea is definitely getting across to me. And what I get out of it is government conspiracy. And I fucking love government conspiracies, especially if they're in a historical realm, right? Because it gives you a lot to think about how things became the way that they are now. And being able to place yourself inside of the story, either before or after, inside of the same world, is a very powerful way of connecting to a reader.
Crazy suspicion that made me sound super paranoid. Had he read my book? I mean, surely he wouldn't offer representation to a book he hadn't read, right? That would be crazy. I was sure I was imagining things. Still, I pulled back my sleeves and I prepared to do some heavy-duty research on this dude. Research level 1. The agency. His agency was very well respected. I'm talking one of the top agencies in New York. Clients have won the National Book Award, they've won the Pulitzer Prize. There were no red flags there. I would love to be represented by this agency. 2, he'd been an agent for more than a decade. Long track record with lots of clients. Also no red flags. This agent really seemed legit. And third thing I learned was he wasn't a lower tier agent. He wasn't an assistant or associate. He had a top tier title, which is another thing in his favor. Okay, so far he's passed the research with flying colors. He looks phenomenal. Now it's time for research level 2, the Google search. And that's when some cracks began to show. There were 3 different issues I found in my research online. 1, there were some complaints from authors. People who said they didn't like working with him, people who said he didn't represent their manuscript well. There were also some dodgy stories about contracts, like people who said he'd started representing them before they'd signed a contract with him. And lastly, there were some scuffles with the governing body of literary agents. And honestly, this was the most problematic information. But there was nothing recent. All of these complaints were dug up from author forums from more than a decade ago. And I thought, well, surely I can forgive a guy for making mistakes in his past. And maybe he would tell a different story than what these authors were saying. Still, if I was going to entrust my novel to this guy, I had to make sure that he was on the up and up. I've had so many writer friends tell me horror stories about breaking up with their agent ditching them, or their agent just ignoring all their phone calls and emails. I knew I wanted to get this relationship right because really, it is the most important relationship for an author. So I moved on to level 3 of my research. Hey, just a quick sidebar before I tell you the rest of the story. If you're about to publish your book or you recently published your book, BookFox Publicity would love to help you get the word out. Go ahead and click the link in the description for more info.
Maybe we should check that out, guys.
3, Publishers Marketplace. If you're looking for an agent, you have to get a subscription to Publishers Marketplace. No ifs, ands, or buts. No, oh, maybe. No, I can't afford it. It is non-negotiable. Listen, it's $25 a month, and it gives you the details on every agent and every deal in the universe. You can look up deals an agent made 3 years ago, 7 years ago, 15 years ago. And let me give you an example of how crucial this information is. So I have a very good writing friend who recently landed a literary agent. I congratulated him on social media, and then I checked out the agent on Publishers Marketplace because I thought, oh, maybe I'll submit to her. Folks, she's never sold a book. Like, never. Not a single one. And I wonder whether my friend knew that when he signed a contract with her. If he had a Publishers Marketplace subscription, he would have known. My agent looked fantastic on Publishers Marketplace. And here's what you're looking for on Publishers Marketplace. You're trying to figure out whether your agent sells mostly on the secondary market, which means they're selling international deals, audio rights, digital rights. What that means is they're not representing any new books, they're only working with books they've previously represented. You want to look for agents who are selling new fiction. And my agent was. He was representing a decent amount, probably more than other agents I'd looked at. And what's more, he'd represented 2 authors that I knew. A woman, because we shared a publisher, and a guy I'd met twice at an AWP conference. All right, he was checking out on Publishers Marketplace, which was a great sign. Now, it was time for research level 4, email and phone calls. I reached out to both the authors I knew over email, and I asked them a simple question. What was their experience with this literary agent? The woman emailed me back with a very interesting piece of information. She'd already lined up a book deal with an editor of Publishers House, and the editor said, listen, to make this deal go through, I need you to be represented by an agent. So she asked the agent that gave me an offer to represent her, and he went ahead and did the forms, and he was great at it, she said. But that also meant that he hadn't done the difficult work of actually finding a publisher for her. The guy I knew from the AWP conference emailed me back and said, let's set up a call. Ooh. I could read the subtext. Can you read the subtext? Why do you think he wanted a phone call? He wanted a phone call so nothing he said would be in print. He was being very, very careful, and so I knew what he had to say would be really valuable to me. We talked the next day and I learned some super valuable information. This agent was known in the industry as a non-editorial agent, which means he really didn't give any editorial advice or work with your manuscript in any way. He just shipped your novel out to a whole bunch of different publishing houses. Now, my friend said that he knew that this agent would sell his novel. The question is whether I wanted an agent who didn't work with me on my story at all and just acted like a disinterested lawyer. Lastly, this agent had a very varied backlist and not a lot of the genre that I wrote. So my friend suggested that maybe he wasn't a good genre fit for me. At the end of the call, I asked my friend whether he thought that I should sign with this agent, and he said it probably wasn't the best fit. Research level 5. The test. I was leaning toward turning this agent down, but that terrified me. What if this was my last chance? What if I spent the next 1 year or 2 years or 3 years not getting agent, and I looked back and I regretted turning down this big chance? Was I making the biggest mistake of my writing career? So I decided to set up a final test. If he passed this with flying colors, then I would sign with him. But if he failed it, then I would turn him down and just deal with my regret. I asked him a simple question over email. What did you like about my book? He got back to me within a few hours with a pretty lengthy email. The email talked all about my book and all about my plot and exactly what he liked about my story. It was very detailed, it was very thorough, and it was obvious that he was trying very hard to make me sign with him. There was only one problem. The email was written by ChatGPT based on information in my query letter. My early suspicions have been right. He hadn't read my book. I wasn't crazy. So that was the final straw. I emailed him back and said, thanks, but no thanks. I didn't burn any bridges. I didn't say anything mean. I just politely declined. And he responded very politely and professionally as well. So what can writers learn from my experience? Here are 5 takeaways. 1, trust your gut. There are a ton of scammy agents out there who are much worse than this agent. There's really a whole cottage industry.
That's my
that
problem
preys
with
on
working with
vulnerable
people,
writers.
guys.
So if you don't feel good about it, don't sign a contract. And if you have some doubt,
Never.
post about it
Never,
in a
never,
writer's
never.
forum, and they're going to give you
Independent
fantastic
all the
advice.
way.
2, do your research.
Yep.
If I hadn't done a deep dive and found out everything about this agent, I might have signed with him and it might have ruined my writing career. And do not skip research level 4. I know it's the hardest one to do, but interviewing former and current clients is the best way to learn about your agent. You will learn far more than anything you can do on research on the internet. 3, don't be desperate. There will always be more agents out there. Don't feel like you have to sign with the very first one that offers you representation. Honestly, most of my writing friends are on their second or their third agent. Remember, agents need you. Without you, they don't have anything to sell. 4, think about career. You are not looking for an agent for a single book. You are looking for an agent to represent you for your whole career. That means this relationship shouldn't be transactional. It should be relational. It needs to be a relationship where you trust their instincts and you trust their writing advice. For instance, Salman Rushdie wanted to publish his book with
That's why you can't get upset when they say, no, it wasn't like it was going to be the best fit. Exactly. That's why I try to emphasize for people that get rejected that it's like, it may have absolutely nothing to do with your writing. And they would probably say the same thing to a Stephen King book. Right? It's all about the research and knowing your audience and knowing who you're talking to and who you're trying to get attention, right?
publisher who offered him the most money. Makes sense, right? But his agent said, no. This agent knew that that publisher folded very easily under pressure, and this was a very controversial book. So Rushdie, following the agent's advice, took less money to go with a different publisher, but that publisher had a much stronger backbone. And when Rushdie got the fatwa and he had to go into hiding, his publisher stood right alongside him. And he realized that his agent had helped him pick the right publisher. The other publisher turned out to be cowards. They would have dropped him in an instant. 5, meet agents in real life. Go to conferences, go to retreats, go to festivals, shake their hand,
2027,
look them in
guys.
the eye. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have gotten nearly as many fair reads, and I also wouldn't have had friends to reach out to and ask, hey, what do you know about this agent? The world does not only exist online.
Communicating,
and when you do the hard work of
networking,
creating
right?
relationships, it's going to help your writing career.
True. Hell yeah, guys. That was another one of the
Dark
really,
arts of writing are
really good, actual, very, very important ones that you get some very
Email that I
actionable, like, outside the box, not writing, stuff. Like improving your writing, but just having somewhere to go with it, right? With the marketing, publishing, getting an agent, figuring out whether you want to be independent or you want to do something else, right? And just having all the information is super important for that. But yeah, okay, so that is another Book Fox video down, guys. If anything, I would recommend this one and the one to whatever million, the 1 to a million marketing. That one's pretty good too. Quite a bit away from an agent, but it is nice to know he has a video on it. Yep. And now what I want to check out is this. Can you say it was in here? I don't quite remember what we were looking for. Said there was something in the description. I'm retarded though. I read a blog in my genre called the historyquill.com, and I found an article they labeled the top 30 historical fiction agents. Ooh. See, that's good stuff. Because knowing your genre and working with your genre is good, right? Wait, did I not drop that? Yeah, I did. I'm retarded. Durr. It's okay. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Alright. Well, now that we're done that, should we do commentary for today, guys? And we're gonna go with Grok 4. Oh, Grok's actually kind of broken. Grok was broken today, so let's just skip that because it's gonna be fucked up. It's not gonna let me do what I want to do. In that case, Beezus, I want to read another chapter of your book. Hell yeah. Agents would jump at the chance to work with someone with a completed book and plans for 2 more. You getting a deal literally is about finding one that reps your genre. One you can prove you have the will to create something profitable for them. True for Furball. That's the reason why I make my short stories. And then slowly from the short stories we're improving our writing, and then eventually we're going to get into art, and then next year we'll start writing for real the Final Fantasy book. And it's like, I have ideas for like 3 or 4 different series. 2 fantasy, 1 sci-fi, and 1 like... Tyler! Hey, how's it going? Yo! So Tyler, do you want us to read another chapter of Choke when I'm done with this? Since we didn't get to yesterday? I hope so. I'm currently 10% of the way into my second book, but it's super hard to figure out where to go from where I'm at. I'm not sure if it's time to pay for a developmental author yet or not, though. Hell yeah, sounds good. Alright. You can read Choke first. He waited all yesterday. I mean, we're gonna get through them both anyways, right? This is already up. That's why I'm so thrilled these poems came to me. It builds the voice of the main character, and I understand the character better, and it makes me better. Exactly, Furball. That's the endless cycle, right? Of, like, buffing yourself. Act 5. The MEG Initiative. Setting, the Backrooms. Date, Thursday, May 4th, 1995. 5 minutes? If I don't get distracted? It's not very long. John examines a section of the wall marked with coded chalk marks. There's large cuts running through the center of it, making it hard to even decipher that many of the symbols might have said. Like the backrooms? Backrooms? Yeah, this story is inspired by the backrooms. John, I'm not sure what any of this is supposed to mean. John pauses. John. But I can tell they were some sort of directional markings before someone scratched them all out. Lily softly. Do you think they did that because they realized they were going the wrong way? John. Either way. Or they wanted to make... Either that, or they wanted to make sure no one could figure out what direction they went. A few hours later, they come upon the remnants of an old camp. Ripped sleeping bags, scattered trash, blood stains drenching the carpet floor, and crumpled papers. There's a scent of mildew and something metallic hanging in the air as they drew close to it. Those were an amazing series of videos. The creator, Kane, is actually making a full movie. Yeah, I heard about that, Tyler. Hold on. You're reading the old version. Lol. Well, this is the one that's on Royal Road. Beezus, I don't know what to tell you. How do you know the difference, Beezus? You realize we're going the wrong way. Figure of direction. Scattered bloodstains drenched the carpet floor. Mildew. Alex. Hope this isn't the camp you were talking about, Lily shaking her head. No, I've never seen this one before. John kneels beside an overturned cooler and peers into it. Because I got rid of the back rooms from the whole story. Oh! Why, Beezus? I played the complex found footage on stream and had the biggest jump scare of my life. I literally cried. There's a clip of it on my channel if you want to see it, lol. Damn. That's brutal. It's a game inspired by backrooms. Yeah, I've heard about it. I've heard about it. Never seen it, though. Not even the signs. There might have been food here at one point. Type of people who like the backrooms are usually children that want jump scares, and I'm trying to go for slow burn character development. I just really like the concept behind it. Yeah. John. Nothing. Not even signs there might have been food here. There was once here. He scans the rest of the camp. John. And why are there no bodies? Do monsters not leave anything behind down here? Lily. Sometimes. Lily shifts uncomfortably, tracing a crack in the wall with her finger. Lily. It depends on which one gets you. John. Either way, we should keep looking to see if we can find any supplies. Search quick and let's get out of here before whatever did this has a chance to come back. Told no jump scares in the game, and a single light turning on made me absolutely shit a brick. Damn. John and Alex walk into the center of the camp and begin to rummage through the debris. Meanwhile, Lily begins to crawl over a large pile of overturned boxes, making her way into the tattered remains of a large tent. John, frustrated. Nothing, no food, no water, not even damn wrapper left behind for us to taste. John kicks over the empty box he was searching for. If you want to drop the link to the clip in the chat, Tyler, I'd love to see it. I just don't want to go spamming through your freaking channel to try and find it, because it's just going to take too much time. Sending it crashing into the wall. Alex, I mean, at least it has enough of a coincidence to recycle. John runs a hand through his hair. John sighing. Seems like you're ready to starve to death with a smile on your face. It's absolutely great. Escape the back rooms, pool rooms, no jump stairs, and Dream Core, also no jump scares. Every one of those games are amazing. Lily, I found something. Lily emerges slowly from the tent, clutching a stack of crumpled paper in her hands. Lily, they hid it beneath something, so I think it was important. She walks over, handing the wrinkled pages to Alex. There's large red blotches covering it. Alex squints his eyes, trying to make out the writing. The words on it are scrawled in frantic, jagged lines. Alex peels away the first page and holds it sideways into the flickering light. Should I bother with trying to figure out what it says? Lily said she thinks they might be important, and I trust her more than I do myself about what matters down here. Alex turns to Lily, holding up the papers.
Ah! Ah!
I don't get it.
Oh my fucking god. No. Oh.
What happened? I don't get it.
I thought there was a jump scare.
Oh, you thought it was a jump scare because the light turned on.
Oh, fuck.
I was very focused on everything and immersed. It was just the lights, bro. The lights just flickered, yet he freaked out. He's showing the atmosphere is so surreal that it scared him.
Look at my face. Look at my face. I'm literally crying right now. Holy shit. Oh my god. Ah!
Okay, now it's fucking funny. Because that's me, except I get so lost I'd never be able to find that point in the game. I love those kinds of games, though. I don't like playing them, I like watching them, though. You're the one who found it, so I think you should have first crack at reading it. That, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know how to read. The leader of the pack doesn't need to know how to read. He just needs to know how to make someone do it for him. I could try, but it's pretty hard to read. She sits down cross-legged on the floor near them, balancing the pages carefully on her lap. John and Alex both crouch down next to her, creating a small circle in the middle of the ruined camp. He was the best tracker I've ever seen, Ende. Lily pauses, scrunching her nose as she struggles to read the next word. She glances at both of them. Do you mind if I say bad words? Because I think there's a few in here. Lily, trying to say bad words. I thought you were better than that. Just say it however you feel like. Lily nods, turning back on the page. And a damn good man. A mischievous smile flickers on Lily's face as she continues. The higher-up said you wandered too far off route. Fucking ads. Guys. Fuck ads. You know? Like, we don't need this shit. We don't need the 33 cents. Guys, I don't need your 33 cents. I wish you didn't have that. I'm so sad. Watch all the Backrooms videos, including hidden ones, and then play that game. You probably shit a brick too if you get immersed in games. Oh. Alright, welcome back everyone. If you watch all the Backrooms videos, including hidden ones, and then play that game, you'll probably shit a brick too. If you get immersed in games, my favorite part of this clip, someone panicked, I can't even take my headset off the first try. It doesn't make sense. Felix has been running those routes for years and never made a mistake before. So how are we supposed to believe routes? Sounds like there's a map to this place. No, there's not. Well, he flipped to the next page. Boone got pissed off. said I didn't have a rank to start questioning the camp. It was probably just him being himself again. Damn convict. Never should have given a thug like him power in the first place. But I know better than to get on his bad side. I'll just have to leave this one unanswered. I'm a good enough man to die for a dead man's sake. Lily flips to the next note, carefully peeling the corners loose where it's stuck on the previous by a thick crust. One of our members apparently went rogue and has been killing off wanderers at random. They're calling him the Hazmat Killer, and I'm starting to think it has something to do with Felix. It's always his old squad that sightings pop up around. But I just don't understand, because they're always checking in on time. That would mean the whole camp could have been in on it. Lily furrows her brow as she flips to the next page. Each new page covered in a thicker layer of blood than the last, and written with a steadier hand, like the fear was slowly draining with each new installment. The Wanderers are getting hostile now, threatening us because they think we're involved with that killer. But we know just as little about them as they do. The higher-ups just say they'll deal with it and tell us to trust the process. A process that's done nothing but fail us. I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle pretending we're in control of anything. Lily looks up at them, her hands trembling slightly as she clutches the blood-stained stack. Do you want to stop reading, Lily? Lily shakes her head. I'm okay. She takes a deep breath, smoothing the next page out. John and Alice glance at each other, but neither make a move to stop her. We were promised these convicts would help make our lives easier down here, but they practically run this place now. This is a hellhole, and I'm just hoping I do good enough to get sent back home. I hate this place. I hate being the bad guy. I hate myself for being a coward. Alex, they grabbed convicts in batches? That means they must have some sort of government agency. Or at least they have the power of one. Lily tried to flip to the next page, but it stuck with something. She pulls at it, and a piece rips off, leaving a line half torn away. She takes a long break, trying to make sense of the smeared ink and crust blood on the page. That damn nut job Professor Holloway has gone too far with his Lazarus crap. I won't be part of this. I want answers. I deserve answers, not only for my sake, but for Felix's. He deserves better than what they did to him. Lazarus, the guy who lived like 1,000 years ago, old in the Bible? No, it's the guy who got brought back from the dead. John lets his hand rest on his knee, his gaze fixed on the speckled note on Lily's hand. And if they named something after that, it can't be anything good. Paper rustles harshly as Lily turns the next page, an abrasive sound that cuts through the fragile silence. They might as well have told us to fuck off for all I care. We're done. We're all done. No more leaders telling us which bullets to stand in front of. But now, who's even shooting? But not who's even shooting them. The ones with enough of a backbone left with me. We're making our own camp and making up for all the wrongs we've committed. Lily's fingers trembled as she slowly pulls away the page, revealing the last one in the stack. Alex walks over gently and places a hand on her shoulder. You're not even breathing anymore, Lily. Take a deep breath and relax yourself. You can continue when you're ready. I'm fine. I just want to know how it ends. She stared silently at the final page, her eyes darting back and forth over the words, reading them again and again before finally speaking. We should have known they'd never let us go. They sent that killer after us after all. He picked us all off one by one. I sent Jacob off with the logs, and now it's just me. It's only a matter of time before that bastard comes for me. I just can't believe was the one behind everything. It seems like God's got a sick sense of humor after all. The notes end abruptly there. No farewell, no final words. Just long streak of black ink that bled across the bottom of the page like a wound where the name should have been. And a rough-looking badge taped to the back of it, read L.P. Blake, in barely legible letters through scratch marks whose purpose seemed to wipe the last remnants of the writer's identity from existence. Just beneath the damaged text, 3 letters remain fully intact, M.E.G. Lily lets the page fall to the floor with a soft thud. It lands face down on the carpet. Poor bastard, couldn't even let him keep his own name. So these people were a part of Meg. I heard about them a few times from my old group. They said they were sent here by the government for something, and they were big yellow suits and have scary voices too. So there actually is a government agency involved in all of this, and they're still just leaving us down here, trapped anyways. It's probably because they want to hide this place from the public. I mean, think of how many people they killed just to make sure no one knew about the moon was hollow. What? Lily stumbles backwards. You mean your moon is hollow? Yes. Oh man, I have some hilarious clips going through them. Oh, nice, Tyler. Yeah, we don't have enough clips on the channel because no one clips anything. But I do like clips on YouTube and the clips YouTube clips channel. But it's like most of them are more discussing my book and like writing oriented. But there are some pretty funny ones on there. Just look for the ones that are around 500 views plus for the shorts, for the clips. I'm just thinking too small, John. If you believe in every conspiracy you ever hear, then you'll never be surprised when one of them turns out to be real.
Like, let's blow each other.
What the fuck?
Hold on, wait.
What the fuck?
Pegasus.
Hang on a minute.
Wait, what happened?
In actuality, like, let's blow each other.
What the
Wait, what?
Hold on, wait.
What the fuck? Hang
Any
on
of you
a
heard of
minute.
Pegasus Publishers in Cambridge, UK?
Did you
No,
hear
Furball,
that?
I've not.
What the fuck?
Let's blow each other's minds.
Yeah, I'd walk away too, bro. I mean, I always want to blow people, but dude just said let's blow each other.
Ely
Oh.
underscore Imran 455 is now following. Thank you for following Ely underscore Imran 455.
You know what happens here?
I
We say bye-bye!
Richard was just telling me, used to Arch Commander Constable.
I'm gonna send my
Thinks
book to
he'd be a
them.
Perfect match for us.
Sounds good, Furball, hell yeah.
Are you smoking?
Who?
You.
No, it's just easier for him to explain everything through conspiracy theories than educate himself.
1980.
You're just thinking too small, John. If you believe in every conspiracy theory you ever hear, then you'll never be surprised when one of them turns out to be real. Alice crosses his arms, leaning slightly towards John with a smile that's far too smug. I mean, how far-fetched does the moon being Harlow sound after finding this place? This place at least has an explanation for why they'd hide it. Tell me what there is to gain from a hollow moon. It's because that's where they hide the lizard people, I swear. Can you ever take a step out of the box to think a little bigger? The lights flicker suddenly, a high-pitched, warbled interference begins to hiss from the shadows. Alex stops mid-sentence, a smug grin faltered. Distorted voice. We were co-streaming Trackmania and on Discord for reference. Understandable. Distorted voice. Give it back. Go. John leads the way, following closely by Alex, who grabs the still stunned Lily by the arm and drags her along. They quickly make their way past the ruined camp, sprinting down the narrow corridor. The lights begin to flicker violently above them, casting long, shadowy fingers across the stained floor. Distorted voice. I need it. They round the next corner to a narrow hallway that seems almost twist, making it seem alive. The loud sound of heavy footsteps begins to trail further and further behind with each turn. Distorted voice. So I don't forget. Their feet pound on soggy carpet, leaving the distorted cries to slowly fade behind them. The hallway suddenly expands into a vast, dimly lit atrium with large pillars in the center of it. The walls stretching an impossible distance above them now. Do you think you can bring us to the camp still? I think so. John slows down, letting Lily take the lead. Her eyes dart around the large empty room, scanning the walls. That one. She's pointing towards a distant corridor. She sprints towards it. She leads on, taking one turn after another with the confidence of someone who'd walked this place many times before. After a while, they find themselves standing back in a familiar maze of hallways and the soft buzz of fluorescent lights. Before, this place seemed like it came straight out of a nightmare, but right now, it felt like the safest place on Earth. We probably lost him. John glanced back over his shoulder. How far are we away from the camp, Lily? Lily bent over, trying to catch her breath. We're already there. After catching his breath, Alex finally notices faint scent of smoke wafting through the air. Is that a fire? Yes. As they make their way deeper, they see the hallway begin to breathe, opening out into a large open area. In front of them is a mass of tents stretching far around every corner into the distant hallways. There's small lanterns lining the walls, a large controlled fire with a ring of makeshift chairs around it. Scattered groups of people move between the rows of tents. Children playing, a couple curled up next to the fire, and a few scattered armed guards patrolling the outer ring wearing armor patched together with salvaged materials. Is this a good idea? They shared food with me before. They're safe, I promise. Alex and John exchange worried glances, but can't deny the relief of seeing actual humans. Hum of human life surrounds them as they make their way deeper into the camp. The couple, sitting in front of the fire, notices their approach and begin whispering between each other. Two children playing tag suddenly stop, staring wide-eyed at the newcomers. The lively atmosphere from before shifts subtle as the apprehensive murmur fills the air. A grizzled man in his mid-40s begins to make his way toward them. With a worn tactical vest and a hand resting on a small pistol in his side, a thick scar cuts a jagged line across his jaw through the wild tangle of his beard. Grizzled man. You mind telling me why you folks are here? Two other armed guards appear from the shadows to flank them. One is a tall, sharp-eyed woman with a battered rifle slung over her shoulder. Her long dark hair was pulled back and with a faded red bandana. The other was a muscular man with a deep scar running across the left side of his face, and a stone-cold expression that showed no hint of emotion. The only hint of his intention was the way his calloused hand rested on a broad hunting knife that hung at his belt. As they closed in, John threw his hands in the air and stepped in front of Alex and Lily. The air was heavy, with every eye now focused on them. We just came down here and wanted some answers. And food, Lily burst out, causing the grizzled man to raise an eyebrow. You think this is a diner, girl? The woman beside him chuckles, but the large man doesn't react at all. No, I just thought you would. Stop messing with her, Grant. You're gonna make her cry. Grant's face softens just slightly as he glances over Lily's trembling frame. Alright, just come in and make yourselves at home for now. We can get to the bottom of why you're all here after you've eaten a few bites. No other options, the three of them step forward following the grizzled man and deeper into the camp. They're welcomed by suspicious stares and murmured conversations as they pass. But even the glares of unfriendly strangers felt comforting because at least their eyes were human. Nice, Beezus. Fuck yeah, man. That's the good shit right there. Nope, that's not the one we want. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Doesn't matter. We're on page chapter 4, right? No, we're on chapter 5. Alright, chapter 5 it is, guys. Let's go. This one's pretty short. You want to read 2 chapters? You want to do 2? See how long chapter 6 is. Chapter 6 is pretty short too. We could do 2. Alright. You guys ready? Let's do this. Gonna take a toke first, though. As always, of course. Because I'm a glutton for the tokage. Okay. Let's do this. Chapter 5. Whatever lighting the photographer used was harsh and made bad shadows on the cement block wall behind them. Just a painted wall in somebody's basement. The monkey looked tired and patchy with mange. The guy was in lousy shape, pale with rolls around his middle. But there he was, relaxed and bent over with his hands braced against his knees and his poochy gut hung down, his face looking back over his shoulder at the camera, smiling away. Beatific isn't the right word, but isn't the first word that comes, but it's the first word that comes to mind. The little boy first loved about pornography wasn't the sex part. It wasn't the pictures of beautiful people dorking each other, their heads thrown back, making those fake orgasm faces. Not at first. He'd found all those pictures on the internet even before he knew what sex was. They had the internet in every library. They had it at all the schools. The way you could move from city to city and always find a Catholic church. The same mass said everywhere, no matter what foster place the kid was sent. He could always find the internet. Truth was, if Christ had laughed on the cross or spat on the Romans, if he'd done anything more than just suffer, the kid would have liked Christ a lot more. As it was, his favorite website was pretty much not sexy, at least not to him. You could just go there and there would be about a dozen photographs of this one dumpy guy dressed in Tarzan with a goofy orangutan trained to poke what looked like roasted chestnuts up the guy's ass. The guy's leopard print loincloth is tossed to one side, the elastic waistband sunk into his tubby waist. Monkeys crouched there ready with the next chestnut. There's nothing sexy about it. Still, the counter showed more than 500,000 people had been to see it. Pilgrimage isn't the right word, but it's the first word that comes to mind. The monkey and the chestnuts wasn't anything the kid could understand, but he sort of admired the guy. The kid was stupid, but he knew this was something way beyond him. The truth was, most people wouldn't even want a monkey to see them naked. They'd be terrified about how their asshole might look, if it might look too red or baggy. There's no way most people would ever have the nerve to bend over in front of a monkey, much less a monkey and a camera and lights, and even then they'd have to do about a zillion sit-ups first and go to a tanning booth and get their hair cut. After that, they'd spend hours bent over in front of a mirror trying to determine the best profile. And then, even with just chestnuts, you'd have to stay somewhat relaxed. Just the thought of auditioning monkeys was terrifying, the possibility of being rejected by monkey after monkey. Sure, you can pay a person enough money and they'll stick stuff into you or they'll take pictures, but a monkey's going to be honest. Your only hope would be to book the same orangutan, since it obviously didn't look too picky. Either that, or it was exceptionally well trained. The point was, there'd be nothing to this if you were beautiful and sexy. The point was, in a world where everybody had to look so pretty all the time, this guy wasn't. The monkey wasn't. What they were doing wasn't. The point was, it's not the sex part of pornography that hooked the little stupid boy. It was the confidence, the courage, the complete lack of shame, the complete and genuine honesty, the upfrontness of being able to just stand there and tell the world, yeah, this is how I chose to spend a free afternoon, posing here with a monkey putting chestnuts up my ass. And I really don't care how I look, or what you think, so deal with it. He was assaulting the world by assaulting himself. And even if the guy wasn't loving every moment, the ability to smile, to fake your way through this, that would be even more admirable. The same way every porno movie implies a score of people standing just off camera, knitting, eating sandwiches, looking at their wristwatches, while other people do naked sex only a few feet away. The stupid little boy that was enlightenment. To be that comfortable and confident in the world. That would be nirvana. Freedom isn't the right word, but it's the first word that comes to mind. That's the kind of pride and self-assurance the little boy wanted to have, someday. If it was him in those pictures with the monkey, he could look at them every day and think, if I could do this, I could do anything, no matter what else you came up against. If you could smile and laugh while a monkey did you with chestnuts in a dank concrete basement, and somebody took pictures, well, any other situation would be a piece of cake, even hell. More and more, for the stupid little kid, that was the idea. That if enough people looked at you, you'd never need anybody's attention ever again. That if someday you were caught, exposed, and revealed enough, then you'd never be able to hide again. there'd be no difference between your public and your private lives. That if you could acquire enough, accomplish enough, you'd never want to own or do any other thing. That if you could eat or sleep enough, you'd never need more. That if enough people loved you, you'd stop needing love. That you could ever be smart enough, that you could someday get enough sex. These all became the little boy's new goals, the illusions he'd have for the rest of his life. These were all the promises he saw in the fat man's smile. Can you do me a favor and check something on your back end to stream? Obviously, you don't have to show us. What would that be, Tyler? What do you want? What do you need to see, good sir? So after that, every time he was scared, sad, or alone, every night he woke up panicked in a new foster home, his heart racing, his blood wet. Every day he started school in a different neighborhood. Every time the mommy came back to claim him, in every damp motel, in every rented car, the kid would think of those same 12 photos of the fat man bent over, the monkey and the chestnuts. And it calmed the stupid little shit right down. Showed him how brave and strong and happy a person could become. I mean, if I can do it, Tyler, I'll do it. I just, you know, not quite sure. Creator dashboard analytics, revenue, earnings. Scroll down on the right. It will tell you founder badge holders. Just want to know how many. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Creator dashboard, yeah, analytics, revenue, earnings. On the right, it will tell you founder holders. I said it exactly how to find it. Founder badge. Founder badge holders. I don't think this shows anything, so I think I can just show this. I've showed it before. This is where you're talking, right? Yeah, I'm like, there's nothing there. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what founder's badge is? Founder badge holder? How many subs do you have or have ever had? I think the most we ever, well, let's see, we had 9. Yeah, 9 in May was the most we ever had. I don't know, maybe they moved it. Oh shit. Oh shit, thank you for the subscription, dude. Oh my god, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You get the boys. I'll take care of these guys.
Are you sure? There's an awful lot of them.
They hit me with a truck.
Oh.
Wait, the first? The first next to your name? Yeah, I have no idea. But thank you so much for the subscription, bro. That first, a founder badge only awarded to the first 10 ever people that subscribe to your channel. And most of these subscriptions are repeats of people and gifted subs. So, yeah. That makes sense. And you don't got them when you get them when you get gifted. So, yeah, there's probably only three. Yeah, there's probably only 3 or 4 people out there that have one of those. I think Eggy Mayo might. And I don't know who else. Sean doesn't, I don't think. I have no idea. But basically anyone no, Beezus does. Yeah, Beezus is a founder. Okay, I thought so. So I feel like you're chill enough and I've been here enough to ask. Yeah, no worries. I absolutely have no problem with that. I didn't know that. Thanks for teaching me that. That's really interesting. I collect mod swords. I have over 100 if you want to mod me. Ooh, yeah, if you want to be mod, sure. I only have like 3 mods. Yeah, we got Cute Muffin, Eggy, Levi, and Sharp. There you are. You are now a moderator, good sir. Good sir. And since you're a subscriber, you should also have the wings from the sub badge, shouldn't you? Because my sub badge is the Monarch wings. So when you're a subscriber, you should have them. But they might not update until tomorrow. Probably will never do anything with it besides ban bots, but it's just a meme at this point of how many swords I have. No, because I have the founder badge. Oh, so that replaces it? Fucking ads. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Ah, fucking ads, boys. Ads are a joke. Yeah, I guess who doesn't get ads for a month? Yeah, buddy. Welcome to the other side. The side where we get to make fun of those people that aren't either on Kick or... Did Canada run the Smokey Bear ads? Yes, Sean. They absolutely did run Smokey the Bear ads. Only you can prevent forest fires. I've had a crazy good month for my own stream, so I can afford to sub. Well, that's great to hear, Tyler. Fuck yeah, I'm glad for that, man. I mean, kinda same here, right? Like, we're popping the fuck off. We're hitting the double digits now. Like... And I haven't even, like, written the full chiral clones because we've been doing all this other random shit, which, I mean, is completely fine because I have no problem with it. I do writing off stream that has nothing to do with any of this, so it doesn't hold me back in any way, and I really enjoy that I need to read more, right? How torture is torture and humiliation is humiliation only when you choose to suffer. Savior isn't the right word, but it's the first word that comes to mind. And it's funny how even when somebody saves you, the first thing you want to do is save other people. All other people. Everybody. The kid never knew the man's name, but he never forgot that smile. Hero isn't the right word, but it's the first word that comes to mind. Chapter 6. Next time I go visit my mom, I'm still Fred Hastings, her old public defender, and she keeps me yakking all afternoon, till I tell her I'm still not married, and she says that's a shame. Then she turns on the television, some soap opera, you know, real people pretending to be fake people with made-up problems being watched by real people to forget their real problems. Damn, that's deep! The next visit, I'm still Fred, but married and with 3 children. That's better, but 3 children. 3 is too many. People should stop at 2, she says. The next visit, I have 2. During the after cleanup from the forest fire, they found a bear cub. He barely survived that fire. They couldn't leave him in the wild, so they took him in and named him Smokey. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Didn't know that, Sean. The real Smokey Bear. The next visit, I have 2. Every visit, there's less and less of her under the blanket. In another way, there's less and less of Victor Mancini sitting in the chair next to her bed. The next day, I'm myself again, and it's only a few minutes before my mom rings for the nurse to escort me back to the lobby. We sit not talking until I pick up my coat. Then she says, Victor? She says, I need to tell you something. She rolls a ball of lint between her fingers, rolling it smaller and tighter. And when she finally looks at me, she says, Fred Hastings was here. You remember Fred, don't you? Yeah, I remember. These days, he has a wife and 2 perfect children. It was such a pleasure, my mom says, to see life work out for such a good person. I told him to buy my lad. My mom says, they're not making it anymore. Buy my land. My mom says, they're not making it anymore. Damn, Show Luxes! Welcome, welcome. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Are you a reader? Are you a writer? Are you a purveyor of stories? Do you enjoy creativity and imagination?
It'd be a perfect match for us.
I'm not that interested. Are you smoking?
Who?
You.
Why?
Good to see another person just chilling out, brother. I really appreciate the follow, good sir. Welcome, welcome. I ask her who she means by they, and she presses the nurse button again. On my way out, I find Dr. Marshall waiting at the hallway. She's standing just outside my mom's door, leafing through notes on her clipboard, and she looks up at me, her eyes beady behind her thick glasses. Her one hand is clicking and unclicking the ballpoint pen. Fast. Mr. Mancini, she says. She folds her glasses and puts them in the chest pocket of her lab coat and says, it's important that we discuss your mother's case. The stomach tube. You asked about other options, she says. From the nurse's station down the hallway, 3 staffers watch us. Their heads tilted together. One, named Dina, calls, do we need to chaperone the 2 of you? And Dr. Marshall says, mind your own business, please. To me, she whispers, these small operations, the staff acts as if they're still in high school. Dina, I've had enough. I've had see also Claire RN, see also Pearl CNA. The magic of sex is its acquisition without the burden of possessions. No matter how many women you take home, there's never a storage problem. Again, that's super deep. To Dr. Marshall, her ears and nervous hands, I say, I don't want her force-fed. The nurses still watched. Dr. Marshall cups a hand behind my arm and walks me further away from them, saying, I've been talking to your mother. She's quite a woman. Her political actions, all her determinations. You must love her very much. And I say, well, I wouldn't go as far as that. We stop and Dr. Marshall whispers something, so I have to step closer to hear. Too close. The nurse still watching and breathing against my chest. She says, what if we could completely restore your mother's mind? Clicking and unclicking her pen, she says, what if we could make her the intelligent, strong, vibrant woman she used to be? My mother, the way she used to be. It may be possible, says Dr. Marshall. And not thinking how it stands, I say, God forbid. How it sounds, I say, God forbid. Then real fast, I say, that's probably not such a great idea. And down the hall, the nurses are laughing, their hands cupped over their mouths. And from even that far away, you can hear Dina say, it would serve him right. On my next visit, I'm still Fred Hastings, and my kids both get straight A's in school. Next week, Mrs. Hastings is painting our dining room green. Blue is better, my mom says. For a room, you're going to put any sort of food in. After that, the dining room is blue. We live on East Pine Street. We're Catholics. We save our money at City First Federal. We drive a Chrysler. All my mom's suggestions. The next week, I start writing things down, the details, so I won't forget who I'm supposed to be from one week to the next. The Hastings always drives to Robinson Lake for our vacations, I write. We fish for steelhead. We want the Packers to win. We never eat oysters. We were buying land. Each Saturday, I first sit in the doorway, in the day room, and study my notes while the nurse goes to see if my mom is awake. Whenever I step into her room and introduce myself as Fred Hastings, she points at a remote control to turn the television off. Boxwoods around a house are fine, she tells me, but privies would be better, and I write it down. The best kind of people drink scotch, she says. Clean your gutters in October. Then again in November, she says. Wrap your car's air filter in toilet paper for longer service life. Prune evergreens only after the first frost. The ash makes the best firewood. I would write it all down. I inventory what's left of her, the spots and wrinkles in her swollen or empty skin and flakes and rashes, and I write reminders to myself every day. Wear sunblock, cover your gray, don't go insane, eat less fats and sugars, do more sit-ups, don't start forgetting stuff, trim the hair in your ears, take calcium, moisturize, every day, freeze time to stay in one place forever, do not get frigging old. She says, do you hear anything from my son, Victor? Do you remember him? I stop. I feel my heart ache. But I've forgotten what that feeling means. Victor, my mom says, never comes to visit. And if he does, he never listens. Victor's busy and distracted. He doesn't care. He's dropped out of medical school, and he's making a big mess out of his life. She picks at the lint in her blanket. He's got some minimum wage kind of job as a tour guide or something, she says. She sighs, and her terrible yellow hands find the remote control. I ask, wasn't Victor looking after her? Didn't he have a right to live his own life, I say. Maybe Victor is so busy because he's out every night, literally killing himself to pay her bills for constant care. That's $3,000 each month just to break even. Maybe that's why Victor left school, I say. Just for the sake of argument. That maybe Victor's doing his friggin' best, I say. It could be that Victor does more than anybody gives him credit for. My mom smiles and says, oh, Fred, you're still the defender of the hopelessly guilty. My mom turns on the television, and a beautiful woman in a glittering evening dress hits another beautiful woman over the head with a bottle. The bottle doesn't even mess her hair, but it gives her amnesia. Maybe Victor's struggling with problems of his own, I say. The one beautiful woman reprograms the amnesian woman into thinking she's a killer robot that must be the beautiful woman's bidding. Killer robot accepts her new identity so easy you have to wonder if she's faking the amnesia and was always looking for a good reason to go on a killing spree. Me talking to my mom, my anger and resentment just sort of piddles out as we sit and watch. My mother used to serve eggs scrambled with dark flakes and a non-stick coating from a frying pan. She cooked with aluminum pots, and we drank lemonade out of spun aluminum cups while we chewed on the soft, cold lips. We used underarm deodorant made from with aluminum salts. For sure, there are about 1 million ways we could have got to this point. During a commercial, my mom asked for just one good thing about Victor's personal life. What did he do for fun? Where did he see himself in another year, another month, another week? By now, I have no idea. And just what the hell do you mean, she says, about Victor killing himself every night? Damn. This shit definitely goes hard, bro. I love the contrast with his mom and everything like that. Guys, unfortunately, it's gotta be a short day today. I work early tomorrow. Oh, and we're back to work, guys. Yay, yay. So we'll be back again tomorrow. Same time as always. But hey, remember, guys.
This streamer is garbage. I don't want these L channel points.
True, Sean. I enjoyed it. See ya. Indeed, Furball. I mean, I'd love to stay on longer, but it just really sucks that So I'm planning on, I want to raid my homie stream TM, or who are we raiding? I can raid someone if you want to suggest someone to raid, Tyler. I'm down. I normally just raid random people, so I don't exactly have a way to go. But if you want me to raid your buddy, just drop the link in there, and I'll head on over there. But remember, guys, you guys are fucking amazing. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing. We had a good time. No writing today, but you know, we can't do it every day. So remember, if you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you. Just type /raid. I never really do the command, but hey, there's first time for everything. Here we go, guys. Get your wheels ready. Let's go. No worries, man. I always love supporting other people, expanding the group, sending people to other people, especially people that are recommended by other people, right?